If that's even doable.
All right, I think we're live. Let's play some D&D.
Hey.
I think we're still missing Taro.
Yep.
These ballistas have been mended.
Oh yeah, that's right. We got those. We fixed the boat. We got rid of the pirates. We ended up.
Sent them to Bearwell.
We ended up. Yeah. So, was it to join our giants or was it like?
They were going to join Island.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Pirates and thieves. They should work well together, right?
Yeah, I think so.
You might have just made yourself a little crime town.
Yeah.
Now they have a navy.
We can use our criminals to start smuggling stuff into Hurricane.
well, it's kind of out of the way.
Oh, some black market goods there.
Yeah.
Hmm. What are we doing right now? Sol is surrounded by dwarves. It's hurt a little bit.
We split
Did all the-
the stuff as well. That's
did-
kind of how we finished last time.
Did all the dwarves that were working on the fire drake hide survive?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think anybody was injured. The combat was ended very quickly.
Only Omen, the captain, were injured. Oh, and the elemental took some damage.
Yeah, and then we kind of got rid of them through killing their captain. They lost morale.
We have some spare wood. I don't know if we can use mending on the big harpoon anchor holes.
Yeah, I said it was alright.
Okay.
You can use some magical mending on it. The damage wasn't too terrible.
Let's see. We gave the captain's cutlass to the captain.
Oh, yeah. The captain of the ship, Azrin, is now wielding the captain's cutlass, and the entire crew is looking at him as if he's the greatest captain. He's got his one leg up on a barrel, and he's holding the sword up in the air, gleaming, and everybody's letting out a big cheer. And all the dwarves have a lot of fervor. They seem quite enthused that they just conquered these pirates and defeated them.
What's that
Yeah,
enemy?
but we were the ones that.
What's that
defeated
enemy?
the
Grun Lagan? Something like that.
the
Well,
dwarves.
You guys were working for them, so they technically won.
Is that the right name? Grun Lagan or something like that?
Gurren Lagann? I haven't actually
Yeah.
watched it, but I heard it's really good.
Oh, it's great. Okay, so if you haven't seen it. Yeah. Almost feels like we're going on the same adventure.
Oh, really? I wonder if
Now by the
Gurren...
end of the game, we're going to be combating an entire universe.
Well, this game was written in, like, 92 or something like that, so Gurren Lagann could be based on this.
Yeah, I doubt it. But they have ballistas too on this ship now, so...
Alright, so it was a 10-day trip. You've managed to shorten it down to 9 days by controlling the weather in your favor. You had to deal with pirates, but that day is done and you're on to the next day. So I think now we're on day 4. So starting out day 4, you're all able to get a rest. Do you want to use any hit dice to do some healing or anything like that?
I'm full. I haven't lost anything.
Have you been cooking your special meals? Are you going to do a special meal for the day?
Is it like for cold or for the environment or what?
It's got many benefits.
Or how far are we now from the destination?
6 days.
So still, yeah, I'll keep
Yeah,
looking here.
5
Make
days.
the-
Less than
protect
6.
Protect us against the cold, yeah.
It's not necessarily cold or heat you got to worry about, but you did encounter an entire pirate ship the previous day and a fire drake the day before that. So
Oh, you're talking about the Euro feast?
yes, I'm talking about your heroes feast.
Yeah, I could use it. I'll use my charge on my one on my staff store.
Does that thing regenerate?
Yep. At dawn.
I will help cast magic into the fire drake hide as the dwarves continue working on it.
All right. So while you're in the crafting room, one of the dwarves, his name is Gowran. Gowran's been accused of stealing supplies. He claims that it was simply a mistake.
Well, we can just use Zone of Truth and then prove your innocence. But what do you mean by it was a mistake? Do you mean it's a misunderstanding?
Yeah, it must be some sort of misunderstanding. I didn't take any supplies.
Can I play ringside?
Boy, he'd be the right
Read
person to be here for this, isn't he?
I will
He
read
would
his
do the same.
mind.
He would read his mind.
Ringside will read his mind.
Okay, so filling in for ringside, he's going to move into the room here, and he's going to say, "Squawk! What are you doing? Stop fighting!" And then he's going to use his telepathy to read the mind of Gowran, and Gowran seems to be telling the truth. He really believes that he did
Sorry,
not
what?
steal anything.
What
We
happened?
autopiloted you for a minute. So there's a misunderstanding. One of the sailors, Gowran, has been accused of stealing supplies here in the crafting room where they're working on the hide armor. He claims that it was simply a mistake, some sort of misunderstanding, and he clearly would not steal supplies.
And what does he mean when he says that it might be a mistake?
Well, it's a mistake to say that he stole the supplies.
Does he? Do you? I'll ask him. Do you know? Do you have any ideas where this food might have gone?
He's
Yes,
got
sir.
no clue.
Wait, what kind of supplies? Not food, is it?
Okay. You ask what was missing. A ration. A single ration of dried meat has gone missing. Gowran is blamed for the theft. One ration wouldn't be enough to sustain someone for long. It's odd that he would steal such a small amount.
Could there be something
Hmm.
hiding on the boat?
Who's
Is
the
Omen
one
not
accusing
allowed
you
down here?
of this?
No, Omen doesn't fit through these doors here. They don't like Omen coming in here. These rooms are for dwarves.
All right, I'm going upstairs and asking him to squawk for every living thing down there, and then I'll see if that count matches up.
Oh, yeah? Okay, well, you're going to be at it for a little while. He has to squawk many, many times. There's like more than 30 dwarves on this ship.
Hmm.
There are exactly 30 dwarves, 1 human, then the party. But anyway, you get at that for a while, and you're going to find there's a stowaway. There's an extra.
Hmm. I will relay this information.
Could be one of these pirates that
Let's-
hid on the boat.
Scan for detect thoughts.
Is this only the first time that this happened?
Oh yeah, this is a new situation. It just happened today. Missing food. They don't like that on the
Yeah.
ship. If a bunch of food goes missing, people will starve. They'll have to go on half rations. Things can go south fast if you have food disappearing on you.
I'm using detect thoughts to search for sentient beings that function.
There's so many dwarves. Can you, like... See through walls? I mean, like, what are the extents of your power?
Let me pull it up. Hold on. Oh, so I can join the room this time. Just give me a second. Okay. You can use this spell to detect the presence of the thinking creatures you cannot see. When you cast the spell, or as your action during the duration, you can search for thoughts within 30 feet of you. The spell can penetrate barriers, but 2 feet of rock, 2 inches of metal that is not lead, or a thin sheet of lead blocks you. You can't detect a creature with an intelligence of 3 or lower, or one that doesn't speak any language. Once you detect a creature in this way, you can read thoughts as before.
So you'd have to like walk up and down the decks.
Yeah, you don't sense anything out of the ordinary right here. Just a bunch of dwarves and some of your party members.
How best to solve this? Oh.
I can shoot some fireballs
Awesome. We
until
love
someone
rests
decides to show their
like-
face.
Everybody, all the dwarves will say, no, 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 no fire, no fire. Very flammable wooden ship, please don't.
Can I reset my Oh, I have to update the thing. Can I reset my spells, my spell uses? If you sleep.
Yeah, we did a rest. This is the next day, day 4.
Alright. Let's see. After the brain scanning. Alright. I asked the dwarves if they caught wind of anything suspicious.
One of the dwarves, he says that he's discovered small scratches on the storage crates that suggest that some sort of tool was used to pry them open. This indicates that whoever stole the supplies had some level of intelligence and dexterity.
The silt runners use tools, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are Silt runners? Are they humanoids?
They are.
They're like kobolds of kobolds, more like animals.
Yeah, it's a pretty good analogy. They are very kobold-like.
Can we go to the storage floor? We might have a chance to find that intruder.
Yeah, was the ration stolen from the storage room or from like the kitchen area or something?
It was stolen from the lower decks in the bed area here.
Yeah, we can move there and see. Start inspecting.
All right.
Um,
It's a mystery. You return to the main bunk room. You can see the hanging bunks where many of the dwarf sailors bunk. There's a few sets of stairs, some that go below decks and some that go up. So you come down one of these sets of stairs into here.
I will
Okay,
actually. I'll try
can I ask the
something.
captain a question?
Sure. Captain Azran's available to answer questions whenever.
Could I, like, borrow a mule for a spell?
Sure, we got plenty.
Okay. I don't know. I picked the most tired-looking one.
All right. One more.
Okay. This is gonna be weird, right? So here's what I need you to do. I'm gonna turn you.
Well, that's exactly what a mole wants to hear. This is gonna be weird.
But while he's doing that,
Wait,
I'm
can
gonna.
a polymorph creature still understand what I'm telling it to do?
I think you keep your intelligence, don't you?
No, polymorph creatures take the whatever stats of the animal. It's
Yeah.
not like wild shape. Only wild shape druids get to keep their intelligence, wisdom. And
Yeah, it's
courage.
probably a bad move.
You can just take a nap then. Hold on. Better idea. Orin. perhaps you could turn yourself into a rodent and sniff out whatever caused it.
So Grimorn sees a long row of cages.
What I was gonna say, Ninja.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go before I get down there. I go to the top floor of the boat
Uh-huh.
and I collect a bunch of sand.
Sure.
And then what I start doing is that I start sprinkling the sand all around the place. And see if the sand starts floating by any chance.
Okay. Following suspicion, you begin sprinkling sand all over the place. You don't notice anything weird, though.
But the other thing too I'll do too, I want to keep an eye and see if there's traces that starts forming in some of those, that sand, that small layer that I leave everywhere.
All right. Looking for invisible creatures, I take it?
Yeah.
All right. You leave some sand on the floor. In case somebody runs across it, it'll leave footprints.
Yeah.
Okay, while he's doing that, I'm just going to summon the air element. I know that sounds a bit weird considering what he just did, but I'm just having it like flow through the creaks in the boards,
All right.
looking for anything hiding in the walls.
Indeed.
I'm just gonna remove all the bed sheets to make sure nothing's hiding in the beds.
All right. You check all the beds, but it doesn't look like anything's hiding here.
Okay.
What's in the crates?
These are all empty. The ship is mostly empty. They're going to pick up a bunch of cargo when they get to Charvas.
Was there any one of these crates that might have looked like one of these cages that might have looked like it was forced open, or maybe there's like a small nest or something inside?
No, as far as you can tell, all these cages are in good working order, and they've all been cleaned out for new stuff to go into them.
Oh yeah, and then I'll be patient, and I will use.
Well,
my
hang on.
super patience. Yep.
Let's backtrack a little bit. So, you're looking carefully at the floor, so I'll give you this one without a roll. You notice there are some small clawed footprints in the dust here. Well, not so much in the dust that you've laid, but what was already here. There were already some little clawed footprints here.
I'm gonna use a survival check to trace the tracks
All right.
and see if I can find more signs.
There is
and
a
track it.
there's a sailor dwarf underneath the map.
Oh, that's fine. If you can highlight him, you can pick him up, and he'll pop to the top.
17.
All right. You roll a 17 survival. This allows you to track to one of the pots in the corner.
Over here.
Yeah, right there. All right. You surprise a silt runner who immediately springs from the pot and begins to run away.
Stay there. I'll scream to Morg. Hey, I found something.
All right. So the creature is running through the lower decks, running in between the cages where you can't quite reach him, and darting around to evade you.
Is there? Can I cast a spell on it?
How far am I from them?
Had you gone into the bunk room where the dwarves had said the item was missing? Or are you still above deck?
I had gone in there.
Because I remember you were up with Omen on the
thought I was-
top deck at one point.
Can
I
cast
did that,
oh,
and then
sorry.
I went back to I was trying to go back with him, but I couldn't. I hadn't loaded the map yet.
Gotcha. Where's your figurine at? We gotta move you. You're over here, so let's grab you and we'll put you here.
Can I cast a spell on it?
All right. He's using cover. You can take aim at him, but he's getting some extra AC.
Okay. I'm gonna cast a.
Also, if you miss, you're probably gonna light something on fire.
No. I'm casting guiding bolt, and that will eliminate it and maybe give a chance to Morg to grab it.
All right.
Because I'll have advantage.
Can I try to tell you to not do that?
Too late.
No.
It's not like he announced he was going to do it. He just did it.
He's an intruder. 1 second. 29 to hit.
Okay. You zap him. His armor class was 12.
Can I reduce the amount of damage that I do? I'm not trying to hurt it like too much.
You want to do a non-lethal spell attack?
I have no idea. Because I'm doing 19 damage right now.
Oh yeah, he had 5 hit points. That would obliterate him.
Oh shit! And that's a level
roll
1 spell.
4 ones.
Oops.
It's like I'm gonna roll all ones on purpose and plus my modifier die.
Oh,
So-
man.
You couldn't really
Who fired the Kamehameha?
you couldn't really minimize your power enough to make your attack safe, but if you apply some healing, it should survive.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna heal it.
Give it a point of health and it won't die.
Yeah, I'm gonna do. Well,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
but
tell Morg, hold it. I'm gonna try to bring it back to life. I'll do a healing word on it, like level 1.
Yeah, I don't think it deserves to die just for stealing 1 ration. That's not a death sentence crime, is it?
I
Heard.
can't. I'm
It's
too
an
not
strong.
animal.
Harmonious.
We should fucking eat it. What are you talking about?
Are you down here?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Of course, here's all the commotion. He walks down there.
Yeah, 6
Fucking sees, oh,
All right. So he goes from alive to dead to fully healed all in like the span of a moment.
and then he gets eaten by Taurus.
Yeah.
Eaten alive.
That was good. That was
You
good.
must
Freaking
replace
smack,
the
no.
ration with your body.
We caught a vermin.
Where is it?
Oh, I didn't really put a figurine on the board. I figured this would be over in a millisecond, so I didn't bother.
Where is it?
It's a single CR 1/8 creature. Not really much of a challenge. It's mostly there to be a mystery.
Who done it?
That's sort of
I'm
a
just gonna take it upstairs and feed it.
that's sort
Well,
of a
if it's
crafting
big-
complication. Like you were in the middle of doing your crafting thing, and all this drama crops up and causes this distraction.
I go back up and report that the Silt runner that was hiding away in one of the pots has been dealt with.
All right.
He's likely the culprit for stealing the rations.
Gowrin lets out a shout. Ha ha! I told you it wasn't me.
Must have snuck in when there was a hole on the side of the boat.
One of the dwarves from above deck is gonna come down, dusting himself off, and comment, "Ah, the storm's getting bad out there."
Well, can we do something
Okay,
about
if the
that?
storm's
and
bad, I'm just
inform
keeping
the...
I'm just
Keeping with what?
I'm just gonna keep the Silt runner in the cage and feed it bits of tank fob.
Sure.
I'll come down to who has Sia has the control weather thing, right?
Well, the captain, he's on it when the dwarf comments. The captain uses the power of the sword that you gave him, and he commands the winds to become more favorable.
He commends the wind.
Excuse me.
Can we double down on it?
Yeah,
With
you can
Sia?
certainly double down on it. The command wind only affects like 1 degree, so it'll go from intense wind to slightly less intense wind, and then if you do another one on it, it'll go from less intense wind to mild wind.
Yeah, I'll ask. I'll get Sia and bring it to his attention.
Is the intense wind going in the opposite direction of where we want to go?
Yeah, it's not in your favor. The storm's coming in from a bad direction. It's not helping you.
Okay, then we should make it completely calm if we can't change it in the opposite direction then.
All right,
Yeah,
so
that's why I told Sia.
let's see. A massive dust storm has started to pick up, making it difficult for the crew to navigate the Silt Sea. Everybody chips in with some magical power to fix it. So the Balamarash is cutting through the Silt Sea. The constant sound of the wind and sand fills your ears. The silt churns and swirls under the wheels, and the ship creaks and groans with every jolt. Visibility is poor, and you strain your eyes to see through the haze of dust and sand. In the distance, you catch a glimpse of a silt shark jumping out of the silt, its jaws wide open. The intensity of the wind causes you to check your sandstorm mask and goggles to make sure they aren't loose. You don't want to get any of that silt in your eyes. But visibility is very low because of the storm.
I'll stay on the top deck and keep an eye on what's going on.
All right. When you step up onto the deck, you can see
We're like in the eye of the hurricane right now.
a shadow pass overhead. You hear the sound of flapping wings.
I'll do focus perception check.
Is it bigger than Omen's flapping sounds?
No, it's equally as big. It seems as if there's a female Tyrax here that's scoping out Omen, flying around.
Oh my god.
Oh.
We have to have some baby omens. Let's go.
26 perception.
Okay. You roll a 26 perception and look around very carefully. So, like I mentioned, there's this massive haboob in the distance on the horizon, just towering over the Silt Sea. And the local area is not as bad, but further out it's getting worse. You can feel the ship was starting to rock and sway. It's a little calmer now, but the Silt is really kicking up a storm not too far from here.
I'll tell to Omen, take a look up there. Go and join her.
Omen squawks at you. For he is a giant dinosaur.
I know.
Giant dinosaurs have
I'm
these
just gonna
too.
let Omen do whatever he wants in this situation.
So, Grimoren, there's something in the Silt storm. It's like in the distance behind the ship.
Oh, behind us.
Yeah.
Tracking on us, huh?
Something's following you.
How big?
It's impossible to tell through the Silt storm, but every once in a while you catch a sound that's not the storm, and you see some sort of light. But that's all you get. The low visibility makes it impossible to get any more details than the fact that you know there's something out there in the storm.
I'll ask one of the sailors to go get the captain.
Hey,
We have something trailing behind us. And maybe somebody would have a better idea of what might be following us right now. And I'll tell the rest of the crew too to come to the deck.
Ninja?
What's it?
Sorry, I keep thinking you're done talking, and then I start saying a thing, and then you continue. That I have a ring of Karak's influence. Does that just like strip them of free will?
No, it's more of like a friendship spell. Like it just makes them friendlier to you.
Like a Pokemon Ranger Beyblade thing?
Well, I don't know about that.
Would it help with animal handling?
When I hear the commotion on the top of the deck, I'm gonna come up and I wanna, take a look myself, find Grimoire.
Oh yeah. I'll
You
tell you.
point that
Hey,
out to me.
So it says here, for the duration, you have advantage on charisma checks directed at one creature of your choice that isn't hostile towards you. When the spell ends, the creature will realize that you use magic to influence its mood and become hostile towards you. A creature prone to violence might attack you. Another creature might seek retribution in another way, depending on the nature of your interaction with it.
I'll tell you, Taurus, to come and help me move one of these
But the spell
ballista
never wears off.
and point it
It's
towards the back.
concentration for 1 minute.
Towards which way?
Not the ring
Back?
lasts
The back, yeah.
forever.
I'll grab it.
You gain total dominion over a Terax and are able to shoot simple command. Alright,
It's
so
right
I can't just Pokemon Ranger it. I keep saying that despite knowing you don't know what it means.
We're moving
Can
one
I
of the
like just try to
I'm going to put Orin up on the top here, too. He's not here to speak for himself, so I'm going to put him at one of these ballista, and he's trying to figure out how it works and how to load it. Him and some of the dwarves. The dwarves are interested in the mechanism as well.
If he points
Wow,
that out to me, the thing in the distance, I want to try to make a nature check
All right.
to just see if I can figure out what it is. 23.
23. Yeah, you can't tell anything either.
Okay.
theory me?
What about
Um,
a history check?
Nah. No, it's really just an impossible roll. There's no way to gain more information through the dust storm.
Let's keep
Does
an
it
eye
look?
out.
Does it look more like mechanical or?
You can't even see it. It's
No?
it's too distant to actually see what it is. You only have a vague awareness that there's something there and it's coming this way.
And what is the captain saying? Like, does he have any idea?
He shrugs. He doesn't know. He hopes that it's not another pirate ship. Maybe it could be whatever light you're seeing might be the illumination of some braziers or fire they have on the deck. I'd hate to think pirates might attack me ship and use fire as a weapon.
Oh, that's not that much of a problem.
Cough, cough. Cough, cough. By the
Do
way,
you
I'm going to
have
ask
measures
Mr.
on board
Parrot-
to deal with fire, though?
Oh yeah, well we have the water supply and we've got sand that we can pour on fires so we can try to smother them out.
Oh, and I can control flames too.
Man, it's only in
I'm
a
gonna
small
ask
area,
for
though.
more.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask for some. I'm gonna ask for the guidance spell and also some bark inspiration, please.
All right, I'm gonna have Soul come over and say, "Sure thing, buddy." He pulls out his musical instrument and he begins strumming away at it, and he sings a song about how Ringsight can't possibly do anything wrong. He's gonna get this on the first try. And then he ends with like where he slides. He does like the power slide on his knees with a big strum.
And I will touch your
Excellent,
shoulder and
excellent.
say, "The superior god will assist you with your task."
You have no idea what I'm doing. Well, I mean, you probably do. You just weren't paying attention. And then I don't know. Ask Omen for help action because I'm trying to freaking tame a Terax or at least get it over here.
Okay, you have Omen woo the other Tarax.
Well, I was gonna try to get the
I don't think he knows
I
what
don't
you're
think-
trying to have him do, so he doesn't actually provide any help. But you can add all those buffs to your roll.
Fair enough. I don't actually remember what any of those do.
D8 and D4, I think. You're getting the D8 from the Bardic
I'm asking
Inspiration.
him.
You're getting the D4 from Guidance.
I'm just asking him to help me get the other Terax over here.
Yeah. Animal handling.
I'm gonna do a divine intervention. A little tapped one.
For what?
To see if maybe we can see exactly what's following us.
16.
There's a Terex there, man. You can,
No, I failed.
if there's a Terex right there, then you possibly have something you can, ride.
Omen's gonna have something to ride.
Ooh!
I will toss you off of the ship, and you will be able to do nothing about it.
But more, can't you yourself become a Terax?
Yes.
Yeah, you know, you can always rat your.
I'm not
your
gonna
Terax.
steal
No,
Omen's
no, no,
girlfriend
no,
if that's what
no.
you're asking.
No, 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 no.
With our favorable winds that we just did, is it safe enough for Morg to possibly fly out?
Well, you're creating a bubble around yourself out to the radius that your magic can affect the wind. And so as you're traveling, you're probably recasting the spell. I know the captain, he's trying to keep controlling the wind with a sword. So it's generating an area around you that's much less windy. But beyond that, it's like you're in the eye of a hurricane. You can see this crazy storm beyond that.
What I'm saying is it possible for Morg to fly out and get a better view from farther out? Like,
Wouldn't help.
okay. Hold on.
The low visibility from the silt is really hard to see through unless you have some sort of X-ray vision or something. I'm pretty sure there is a magic item that says that if you have it, you can't, like, nothing can obscure your field of view. I think, hey, Chris, didn't you have that item in our other game?
No, but I could potentially cast True Sight.
Yeah, True Sight. Whatever's out there, it's following you at about the same speed that your ship is moving.
But I don't think I haven't learned True Sight, so
But does it have the favorable winds that we have?
it's trailing behind.
I will come to assist that in a second once I know how this Terax thing goes down.
We could always slow down until we can see it.
Actually, I don't think True Sight would work in this case. I'm looking at what it actually does, and seeing through Silt is not one of its abilities. Because Silt is a physical object, it's neither an illusion or
It's an obstruction.
or a form of magic.
Yeah, it's like a wall, pretty much.
Yeah, it's not even magical darkness. It's like none of the things. Okay, well, that's cool.
We'll just keep an eye out.
So some time goes by. It doesn't get any closer. Is anybody else going to be on watch?
What about the Terax?
The Terax is hanging out. It's creating a little roost on top of the upper part of the deck.
I rolled a 16. Did that do anything?
Yeah, you succeeded.
Oh, okay then.
You beat it by 1.
You can just do that.
I could have assisted you if you
Hooray.
wanted to as well.
Thank you for your assistance.
I think you already did. There was a guidance and a bardic inspiration on that roll.
No, but I'm proficient with animal handling.
All right. He tried to have Omen help, thinking that Omen would be a little smoother than he was, but I only rolled a 5 for Omen.
I have a pretty good score. I'd get a plus 9.
Yeah, somebody with like a lot of animal handling would help a lot in this scenario. Trying to do some animal husbandry, coax them into laying some eggs.
Frankly, I'd be satisfied with just having 2 Teraxes. Oh, I don't know, some kind of air chariot.
Oh, that would be interesting.
He's gonna come back from his 5-year gap and have a whole farm of Teraxes.
It's getting out of control, guys.
It's going to be his business, his thriving Terax store.
It's not bad.
Why ride Kanks when you can fly in style?
That'd be cool.
The
Watch out
Tier
for cloud
Air
rays.
Force.
Although
The Tier's gonna have an Air Force.
a Terax is notoriously hard to tame, so using magical means is pretty much the only way that works.
Almost become like Avatar, where everybody's they have all their flying thing.
Wait, don't the regular Terrans just tame them the normal way?
I read a thing the other day that said there's actually like animosity that the Terax might like hunt them or be like predatory towards them.
Why would that be?
It's just because it is a large predator. It just eats whatever it can catch.
Oh. It's not very...
So why does mine listen to me?
But it's technically like a distant cannibalism because they're both related to each other.
Yeah.
So why does Omen listen to me then?
I was raised from birth to be like a pet. And there's also magical influence on it because of your ring. And yeah, I think that's probably all it needs.
Fair enough. So
you have a wild Terax that won't get too close to you, but is interested in hanging around Omen. But it's still pretty wild. The dwarves will eye it suspiciously. Being a small snack of a morsel, many a dwarf doesn't want to be too close to a wild Terax.
I'm gonna throw it like a chunk of that wyvern.
Sure.
Some of the flesh.
Wyvern meat. Delicious. It's very pleased.
There you go.
Keep its belly full and it'll never eat your crew.
Yeah. It's like a stray cat,
Do stray cats normally eat your housemates?
Maybe
all
your
right.
pets,
I guess the Dwarven Lookout is going to spend some time scanning the horizon. Doesn't see anything of interest.
But it's still not a really good way to figure out. The only thing that we could probably do is attempt to slow down the ship and see if it catches up on us.
Yeah, it's an option.
If the wind elemental dies, does it just go back to its plane of origin?
Yeah.
Maybe that, yeah.
So if I resummon it, then it just comes back.
It's always supposed to be a different elemental, but I've just been, for fun, having the same one show up. So, like, if he dies, a different one would show up.
Okay, I'm sending it relatively close to the disaster going on over there and just telling it to leave the second it thinks it's in danger.
Oh, you're gonna send it off into the distance behind the ship to see what it encounters?
Yes.
Okay. Sometime later, it dies.
I told it to leave if it thought, like, when I say leave, I mean, like, poof out of existence.
Yeah, it was pretty instantaneous. He got one-shotted.
He was surprise attacked.
Ooh.
Well, at least he's with his frickin' family now and relieved of duty. That in mind, go faster.
You're like, don't slow down, go faster. All right. The Balamarash continues to plod on in its journey. All right. Time ticks on. There is an air of uncertainty and anxiety among the crew, hearing that there might be something following the ship. So the moles, they work hard. The ship continues to move at a good pace. And you continue to protect the sails against the terrible windstorm, so you seem to be making good time. And many more hours pass, and it gets pretty late into the night. And it's probably time to rest. Do you want to go to day 5?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, day 5 begins.
Wait. I had an idea.
Hmm?
Arcane Eye.
You want to send an arcane eye back there.
Yes, I should have done that first.
All right. So, do you do that in the morning, or do you do that the previous night?
I wanted to do it today.
Day 4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so towards the end of day 4, you come up with the idea to use your arcane eye, and so you're sending your psychic mind behind the ship, and you're just seeing silt and silt and silt, and then you start to notice there's like a sunrise, a glow on the horizon, and then silt and silt and silt, and then the glow is brighter, and silt and silt and silt, and then there's something moving in the silt. Something glowing red and moving through the silt, but all you can see is just the spines on its back protruding from the silt as it moves through the silt towards the ship.
Drake. It's the fire Drake.
I'm gonna kill it.
I guess you're gonna say that to me once I tell you what I saw, since I can't see anything else.
I'm out for a good hunt. And we got a Atreides ballista as well.
Uh-oh.
So, that in mind, I'm just gonna do something else then. That gives me an idea.
Could you find out though? Could you identify what it was? Like a worm, or how is this traveling?
Hold on.
Just picture Godzilla swimming through the water. Do you just see the spines on his back sticking out?
But where's the light coming from? Is it fire?
Yeah.
Fire Godzilla.
Oh, around the corner.
What the hell could that be?
I don't think I have locate monster.
You think a fire Drake could smell its dead baby?
You guys are just tanning the hide of its child as you go, and it's just following the smell.
Yeah, feeding
Okay,
chunks
let me just try something here. I have an idea. Apparel, jewelry. Was the fire drake child like wearing anything or
No, no.
have anything on it?
They are animals. They don't wear any clothing or carry any items.
Hmm.
They have a burrow speed of 40 feet. Moving through that soil.
Hang on, I'm using my big Brian here.
If we rest, I'm gonna do a divine intervention again in the morning.
Okay, idea hatched. Sending spell to whatever horrible horrors down there.
That's the one where you roll a D100, right?
Yep.
Yes.
That's a tough one to get.
I need to get 12 or less.
I cast sending, and I don't have anything specific I want it to tell me, so just speak your mind.
The fire drake mama is quite furious that her hatchling that she was bringing all that delicious food to is suddenly bloodstained, and the smell that she's been following leads to your ship, and she's been tracking it for 2 days now. Your
Are
ship's
these things evil, or just like...
oh hella evil, super evil.
Well,
I
this
don't
is a
want
problem.
to give up the fire drake. And even if we did, I don't think the mom would be happy that we killed her baby.
Are you wearing the armor?
No, it's not completed yet.
You might want to finish
You
that.
better complete it before it gets here. You're gonna
Yeah.
need it.
We can make more armor if it gets here.
No, yeah, I'm gonna kill this thing.
Okay,
The
I
armor's
inform
gonna
everyone
take a few more days. I
what's
don't
going on.
like we're fighting it now.
Yeah.
No.
We need 2 ballista on this side.
Yeah, I'll
Get
go
all
grab
the
the other
ballista.
ballista. I'll grab the other ballista and bring it back.
Should we keep
Hey.
one on the front and two in the back?
2 on the side, 1 in the back.
Yeah.
The Drake doesn't have wings,
What is
right?
the-
No.
Oh, dragon.
Now the drake is built like a
No.
T-Rex.
Okay.
When we bring it up there, I want to I sit there and give some instructions to the dwarfs and show them how this thing works, the ballista. As a soldier.
Oh yeah.
Before.
Mm.
And show them you gotta make sure you do this, do that. Make sure you're out of the way when you load it. Hot.
I forgot about the power of manpower.
Kind
And
of
I
tough
tell
to
them
set
some
them
stuff
in
about
the-
where to aim. You know, just try to give them some basics. How to lead the target to not waste bolts.
Have you used ballistas before?
Sure, I'm a soldier. I'm an ex-soldier.
No,
Oh, they're there.
I didn't know all soldiers know how to use ballistas.
I was a Vanguard elite, man.
This could be the battle of your life. And then the captain's on the ship too, probably there. It's like, oh no, I tried fire Drake.
Is there a place where we can dock the ship so it doesn't get caught on fire?
No, it probably wouldn't work. You're out in the middle of the Silt Sea.
Okay, so we're gonna have to fight this giant fire drake on the boat that is flammable. Sounds good.
Make sure
I
you have
will
water
tell the
ready.
captain to prepare the water and the sand.
All right, Joe, I'm going to need a figurine. I'm going to put the
I can
image
steal-
in the Discord.
I can stay in the back near the dwarves and the ballistas and protect them against flame in case it throws fire at the back of the ship.
Let's see. Can put a dwarf in this window. Can put a dwarf in this window. Got a dwarf in this window. Can put a dwarf in
Just
this
thinking of
window.
that picture.
It'd be cool if Torrent was on a flying mount too, and he could be shooting his magical daggers that way.
All right, so we've got some dwarves up here on the ballista. We've got some dwarves down in the windows. And we've got the regular crew manning the sails and the rigging, doing all that work.
We can post like dwarves all around the place to make sure the place doesn't burn down. And
Yep, there will definitely be some dwarves on fire duty to try to put out any fires.
yeah. We can move this card, huh? That's the details for the sword. Can keep that with this boat, I guess. It stays with the captain.
Yeah, the captain's using it, which is why it's still here.
Don't forget, Soul has that amulet that absorbs fire in case he gets hit by fire.
Oh, he's gonna get hit by fire, all right.
Ballistas.
Oh, Oren,
Yes.
Hey.
Hey.
you just got here.
I did. I was helping my
Yeah.
son with some math, and it got a little
Oh.
heated. But
Well, we got a good news.
oh yeah.
Hey, Joe.
Something's been following the boat. Yeah.
We
I'm
have Mama Fire Drake following the boat about to attack it.
We're about to get
Oh.
a fire Drake plate mail.
Okay, I'm back.
Then we're gonna have enough money to take
Actually,
time
I
off.
would love that.
The sailor dwarves are gonna be extra happy. They gotta work on something extra special.
Yeah, a full plate Fire Drake armor.
So what we really need to do is make sure they can survive this
Yeah.
To build this thing.
blast. They don't get incinerated in the first.
Guys, just go
Go.
grab the skin from the baby that we killed and cover yourself with that. For...
Okay, so the mama, we're gonna cover ourselves in the dead baby.
Yep.
This is a great plan.
Yeah, and on the roof of the
Ask
boat
you
now we
guys
have
to-
Terex making love to as well, by the way.
Yeah, I
What?
tell I
I
tell the
asked you-
captain to get all the dwarves and get them to prepare the sand and water for the fire and tell them to stand on the opposite end of the ship or in the middle. Either sounds good.
So you got
I
quite the
asked
visual.
You guys configure your. I asked you guys configure your spells to their most combat
Yes.
ready. So
Yes.
Oh, that's from you? Okay.
I
I
have.
meant in
I've,
character.
I've made some changes.
Where's that thing? Let me see. Oh,
Actually, you know what? That staff that you
Oh,
have there.
God.
Can I use your
Ninja, what
staff,
the fuck?
Morg? Actually, maybe you. I don't know what you want to do, Morg, but you do have that staff of insect control,
Hmm,
and you do have a couple really good spells on that thing.
what would be good? How do I use this thing?
Oh, the
Giant-
one
giant
plague that just
creatures.
like that does like I can't remember like how many D10 damage.
Insect plague.
Yeah, I think.
It does 40-10 piercing damage on a failed save throw,
Hmm.
or half on a successful save.
It's a concentration spell.
Oh, I
and
need to
if-
concentrate on it.
Well, it's a staff, so you don't need to concentrate on it. It just stays there until,
Oh.
yeah. Also, you can create, use another charge, and then you can create that bubble that, well, it's not good for us that needs to see, but for you, if you wanted to protect yourself, you can put yourself in that swarm, and you're capable of seeing, but everything that tries to see you, they have disadvantage.
Okay.
I put the arrow there because that's the direction the ship is going, and the creature is
okay.
coming at you from
Oh.
behind.
Can we
Ew.
Oh, I
reverse all
misunderstood.
that so we don't have to move everything?
No.
We have to move everything.
I'm sorry you misunderstood the direction the ship was going this entire time.
Isn't it easier just to move the Drake? Or-
No, this is the back of the ship. That's just how it works.
Okay, then
Oh,
we
we
would
gotta move
have
everything.
positioned the ballistas in the other direction.
Yeah, and everybody move. To the
How
other
much
side.
would it take to move the ballistas?
Well, we already
We
did
didn't-
that.
Yeah, we put it to the back of the ship. We said to the back of the ship. We
Yeah.
thought that's the back of the ship.
All right. Well, anyway, it's day 5. So, the ship is
Good.
plodding along.
I'm gonna do about everybody gets the Eero feast. Okay.
Was an item identified?
Wait, we have time for a hero's feast before this dragon gets here? What?
Yeah, we had like
A while ago.
Yeah.
You found out about the Drake yesterday.
The dragon isn't just instant. The dragon's not getting
Oh.
closer. He's just following.
Correct.
Okay.
The ship and the Drake move at the
I
same
think it's
speed.
just gonna try to wait
Wow.
till you stop.
That's amazing.
The
So-
moles are
Slow dragon.
powerful. They are
Yeah.
an
Wanna help
ass.
fix all this.
Apparently, gee whiz.
This means every time you've stopped, the Drake has caught up more.
I imagined us as like a sand crawler from like Star Wars
Dune?
and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I was sorely mistaken. We must be cooking across the silt.
Yep.
Well, that means this
That
fire
in
hasn't
mind,
stopped,
Um,
hasn't stopped for like 2 days.
I did explain that the silt skimmer is considerably faster than going by foot, which is how you're going to beat the Hamanu's men to the next place.
Huh. Okay.
It's like you're moving on a ship.
okay, that in mind.
You have wind power. It makes you go pretty quick, especially when you've got 2 casters that are bringing extra wind to bear.
I see. Okay.
In the morning, I'm gonna do a
Was
divine
an item
intervention.
identified?
Well, nobody said they had a particular item in mind to identify, so we didn't do that.
I missed my
I
divine.
thought we were
intervention.
just giving them to him periodically.
Well, I can only tell you what something is when you tell me what item you've handed him.
I have one item that I wanted to get done.
I don't actually know any.
Oh, there you go. So, Grimorn,
Hmm.
which item do you hand him?
It's the the a suit of fine brown splint mail.
How long ago did you get the fine brown splint mail?
That's a good question.
A couple games ago.
I've been hauling it around.
No. I think it was during the around the giants and all that. We got like a bronze ring of Amanu as well. Amanu.
Oh.
Enhanced
Oh, is that we were stealing your
emergency
stuff?
teleport, but we also had a suit of brown splint mail. Value 10,300 copper piece.
What the heck?
Yeah, armor class +7.
Well,
Silver-
dang.
Yeah. Quality masterwork. Camouflage gives advantage in boulder field.
Oh, yeah, I see it here. That one's not even magical, it's just made of bronze.
Oh, okay.
You might want to
So-
make a note here. Not magical, just made of expensive metal.
Okay, no. Okay. That's pretty much it, I think. But
Does
it's worth quite a
bronze
bit.
do anything?
It's better than
Better than chitin or whatever.
yeah. It's better than anything else except for iron, pretty much.
Right.
Although it will sunder if it's hit by an iron
Does anyone
weapon.
else have something? Does anyone else have
All this
something that
feather
needs
stuff.
identification?
Wow.
Nope.
You're
Anyone
still
what?
holding on to all that?
Was that the only item? Didn't you list a couple other things? What were they?
I thought I did, but I don't think so. I looked on my cards and there's nothing else. I think.
All right.
We got Feathel's staff identified.
Yes. Yes, and that's worth like 25 gold or something like that.
There should be at least one other thing.
Um,
Oh, I have a
let me
ring
check.
that I got from the chest with the sexton and the holy symbols.
It was, you know, that stuff is like a +2 for, to spells for wizards. That's what the stuff was there.
Okay. Yep. I am all good.
Let's see. You got that with the captain's stuff, right?
The what?
The ring?
The Lord of the Ring.
Yeah, I think out of all of the stuff that you got from the pirate ship, it was all mundane.
Except for the captain's sword.
Right. And you had that identified already.
Yep.
Everything else I'm seeing here is mundane.
Um. Oh well. I guess that's it. Moving on.
All right, so it's day 5, and the thing is behind you, and it's following at the distance, the same distance it was following the previous day.
We'll have to slow down if we want to start attacking it.
Yeah, the dwarves aren't keen
Let's
on
make sure
doing
we're
anything
fully
like that.
prepared. I'm just gonna tell it to go away. I don't care if it works or not. Leave.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Tell the crew, many
fair
of you
warning,
might die,
I
but the
will-
treasures will be great.
I will go ahead and start our little psionic communication with one of my dice. So I will make sure that all of us can speak to each other
All right.
psionically. Just putting that out there.
Wait, can't we already do that with ring sight?
Yeah, we can. I wasn't sure if we blew a spell on it or not, but
All
Are
right.
you asking me to?
First,
no,
requires
I
a
can
spell
take
slot?
care of that.
all right. So first thing in the morning, one of the dwarves looks around and says, "Where's Drog? Drog was on duty. Where is he?"
What? I'm guessing he hadn't gone far.
Everybody's
Around.
looking around. Drog is
One
not
of the
accounted
dwarves?
for. One of the dwarves is missing.
So he was on duty. He could have been gone hours
You know
ago.
what? Sending spell.
At what?
Sending spell to Drog.
If you don't see Drog, can you do that?
Yes.
Let's see if I can.
Yeah,
It
you just
should
need to know
be if
them.
You're on the same plane of existence.
All right.
Yeah, that's how I communicated with like some of the other.
In that case,
Fine, but-
Drog is like, "Help, I've fallen overboard. I'm a good swimmer, but I don't know how long I'll last."
Perception check. Where is he?
Sake.
Oh,
Did
well, hold
we
on. I don't know that
already-
yet, do I?
Yeah, this is a sending spell. You guys
Oh,
didn't hear
okay.
any of that.
Okay.
So
For
you need
its
to
sake,
explain that to us.
I'm about to. The freaking Grog fell overboard. Omen, stand for life under the silt as I freaking summon this wind elemental to go fetch him.
All right. The captain cries for a halt to the ship, and a rescue effort is mounted.
Be ready with the
Oh.
ballisters.
I'm gonna get ready to jump overboard as well.
I'm gonna stay at the top with the ballistas, and I'm gonna try to protect them
Wait, I had an idea.
from flames.
We have a fire drake chasing us right now.
Yeah.
This is an emergency. We don't need multiple people getting out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna send the wind elemental to fetch him once I figure out where he is.
Okay. He's
Sorry,
swimming.
sorry.
He's swimming just off the side of the ship. He fell off not too long ago. But he's a little ways back. You're either going to have to send a flyer or somebody who can move on Silt to run across it to pick him up.
Taurus and Morgan are going to be
Wind
attacking
elemental
this
fetch.
giant.
Yeah, the wind elemental can go fly like 90 feet a turn without even dashing.
But can the wind elemental
Keep
carry
the boat
him?
moving.
Yes.
Nothing to see here.
No,
It
well,
can-
okay, fine.
It can engulf and then move it like fucking airbender.
All right.
Okay. I think the problem here is that nobody can directly see where he's at. And so you can psychically communicate to him, and he can say that he's fallen overboard and he's in the silt, but he can't see any better than you, so he can't really tell you where he is. But you know, he can say
Okay,
that
Alright, hang on.
he's still alive,
I'll just
which means
ride
he...
Omen. I'll just ride Omen a bit back and mentally and have Omen's life stand for him.
All right.
Look, you don't run me. I'm running off the ship.
You run off the ship.
I'm getting down.
Your life
Ready to
sense
jump
is detecting a whole bunch of silt sharks swimming around in the silt.
Okay. I can't just jump down. That would be painful, I'm guessing.
If you can run on silt, then it's treated like a solid surface. I would say jumping off a 4-story building onto a solid surface would hurt a bit.
Well, but I can choose to make it solid or not, right? I can like dive into the water and then kind of swim up to the top and then make it solid.
Yeah,
I
except
feel like
it's like quicksand. You really wouldn't want to do that. I recommend like climbing down the side of the ship
Alright,
or something.
Okay, alright. Why are you going in there? Why are you getting in the silt?
He decided he wanted to do it.
Yeah, I wanted to go help
Well,
him
I'm
out.
asking him why.
He's a hero.
Well, look,
He doesn't
all right,
question.
thank you. If you get to him first, then I'll get back on the ship. Whatever. Actually, this is a stairwell down here. This is a stairwell. Okay. Can that go all the way down?
I'm going to warn you that there are sharks in
So to get down, you would
Okay, I
go
see.
down the stairs here, down the stairs here. That would get you here.
But
You
I
could get
can't
to a
jump.
window here. You could go down the stairs here to here.
There's no windows in the bottom floor, is there?
There's no windows in the bottom floor, so you'd probably want to
So
go out
here.
one of these windows here.
Right, level 3 looks like.
So like the wheels are down here. The wheels are very tall, and so
This
they're
is a-
just under the windows here. And the silt is probably not much below the level of these windows.
Right. Okay. So look, I'm going downstairs. Okay.
If I see you do that, I'll just go down and help assist.
So like I know for a fact the bottom floor is totally under the silt. This is probably the first
Right.
floor that's like above the silt, and then this is the window above
Right.
that.
Okay. So I'm gonna jump off the back end here next to the sailor dwarf.
I'll give you a
And,
rope.
I'm going
tie
to
off
warn
to
you that there's sharks.
You can offer it to me,
There's sharks
but I'll be
in the
teleporting
silt.
around anyway, so it's not gonna be.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
But I can't teleport
I'm
with
warning
somebody
you
probably,
there are-
so that's gonna be a thing.
Yeah.
I'm warning you that there are sharks in there.
I heard.
You're a
Okay,
madman.
Look,
Swimming with the
Almon's gonna-
sharks.
Omen's gonna find it. The Terex is gonna find it. Someone's gonna find him.
I just yell to you and say, "Yeah, if you need me, I can.
You know what?
throw you."
I'll take the rope. I'll take the
Thank
rope
you.
because that could be easier to haul him back up too. Your strength could be very much.
There you go.
I appreciate you as always.
I'm here for you, man.
Buddy Taurus.
You know what they say, surfers swim with the sharks all the time. If you're not the normal prey of the shark, they probably won't go after you too much.
Fair. But at this point,
Said the guy
that's
who
what I'm
got
doing.
eaten by a shark.
You guys can send your people as well, but I'm doing something.
And
That
I'm
sounds
helping.
like shark
I'm helping.
propaganda to me.
Yes.
I'm just going to ready the ballista in case the mama fire drake comes within range.
All right. So anybody who's looking,
Okay.
anybody who's looking for the missing dwarf, I need you to roll and investigate out there.
Yes, sir. Investigate.
Can I do it from up here?
Nah, you have to get out there and get closer to where he's at behind the ship.
Well, I'm on the back of the ship.
Yeah, but low visibility, so you're just seeing silt. All you see is sand and silt.
I'll come
18.
back in a minute, okay?
Yeah, 18's good enough. Okay, you find the dwarf, Drug. He's struggling to keep his head above the silt.
All right, I'm gonna. How far away is he? I mean, do I need to teleport, or can I just jump off and grab him with the rope?
It takes you a couple turns to get back to him and to investigate around until you find him.
Then at that point, I'll be keeping the rope with me, and I'm gonna go ahead and use Taurus's help here. Then. So I'm like off this way a good, I don't know, what, 100 feet maybe?
Yeah, he's like 200 feet behind the ship, actually. The ship moves pretty quick, so by the time
Does
they called a stop,
Taurus
he
have-
was already back. A
Does
good
Taurus have
ways.
that much rope?
I got 50 foot of rope.
50 foot,
No.
okay. So I'm going to leave the rope dangling and hustle right across the sand and get up to him. And then start
Alright.
trying to... Now, I'm guessing that it's going to be hard. Now, maybe once I find him out of the sand, the air elemental or the Terax is here, can help me out. I don't know what their availability is. I'll leave that to you guys.
Suddenly, a silt shark bursts from the surface of the silt, and a Terax swoops down and grabs it, not more than 20 feet away.
Haha. That's nice.
What?
Yeah, you guys have been in the Terax hunting grounds. They've been flying around in these storms hunting for silt sharks.
Well, then I'm just going to go ahead and just try to keep my dwarf above the silt. I mean, it's hard for me to keep myself walking on water, but walking on silt, I should say.
Well, you lend him a
Am I-
hand and it helps. You are his
I might
flotation
want to
device.
spread
Right. So
Mhm.
that'll be my whole actions until somebody else can help. Either I get to Taurus's rope or the air elemental is around. you know.
Yeah, the air elemental was on its way there too. You're all gonna arrive at about the same time, probably.
Okay.
So
Well,
how do you want to
then,
do it? Do you want the air elemental to carry, or do you want to do it?
Well, if I get to the rope, and I'll just carry him up on our own. Then the air elemental can go deal with the drake. Then.
Well, it's a considerable ways further back than the silt sharks and everything, so it's a safe distance if you move quick.
Okay. You all right, young man? Well, young man. He's probably older. He's probably older than me.
Yeah, he's probably like 70 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a young dwarf though.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're all right. We've got you. You're not dying today.
All right.
So we're
Maybe.
hustling
He
around.
coughs up a whole bunch of silt and gives you the thumbs up. His beard and his eyebrows are all full of sand.
Mm. I can see it.
All right, so you are racing back. Taro, did you fly out there, or was it just the elemental that was flying out there?
I was gonna fly out there so I could figure out where the dwarf was.
Okay, so you're flying out there. In the distance from the air, you can see that the drake is getting closer and gaining on you while you're doing this.
Ninja?
Yeah.
Can I go back in time real quick?
What do you want to do? The previous moment.
The last time, the evening before, when I did the Heroes Feast,
Uh-huh.
it feeds up to 12 people.
Sure.
So is it possible to have our group and then like the captain and the crew that would be by the ballista to feed from it too?
Maybe just the officers.
Yeah. Okay.
Might be weird if he gave one crew member special treatment over others.
Well, it's more for those that could be, hit by flames and stuff like that.
Sure. He definitely
And
likes the
I
idea for his
see-
important officers, though.
Can we see that they have the dwarf now?
No. Super low visibility.
Twilight.
Strikes again.
Okay, damn. Well, as soon as they come into visibility, I'll go shout for the captain to tell them to go start up the boat again.
I should download
so
that.
we can keep pace with the mama drake.
I should download that
Away from
tabletop simulator mod where I can blindfold everybody with the click of a button. And that's what you can see through the sandstorm.
Yeah. Nothing.
Whole lot of darkness.
When they get to our bubble of calm wind, then I'll go shout at the captain that we need to start moving again before the Mama Drake catches up with us.
Okay, by the time they get to the rope and start pulling themselves up, you can give the order. Captain will shout to the moles, begin! And they start running. It takes a little bit to build up momentum to get this really giant, heavy thing to begin slowly getting up to speed again. It's very quick, but not immediately quick. The captain stops trying to control the wind and lets some of the windstorm come in and maybe like catch the sails a little bit to get things up to speed. Even though it's going slightly off course, it is going to help them get up to speed faster. All right, so Drog is back aboard the ship, and the other dwarves, they clap him on his shoulder and say, "What happened, Drog?"
Wait, hold on. When they got close enough,
Yeah.
cough, cough, I, Taurus, who had the rope tied to me,
Mhm.
felt a tug, and I said, "It's my time to shine," and I pulled him in with a 19.
Okay, you speed up the process.
Cool. All right. I wanted to do something, guys. Gosh.
All right, so you're on the move again. There's a roar in the distance. Something seems angry.
Did the Drake get close enough that we can shoot it with the ballista now?
No.
Okay. Who has proficiency with aiming with the
Oh, that
ballista?
reminds me of something else I wanted to do. I use the sending spell. I want to send a message to the what was it? The lich thing.
The fire drake?
No, the undead boy in the winged elephant temple, or just the winged elephant vestige.
Okay.
thing
You're
itself.
communicating with your mentor, the ancient priest of the dead religion. What do you say?
I've acquired XDX the artifacts, and I don't know what else should I get, or advice, or stuff like that. Can't be very well.
He'll tell you you are on a pilgrimage. Wherever you travel, seek out the winged elephant.
Well, that didn't do much, but it's appreciated, I suppose.
Well, like all mystics, he speaks in riddles. There's probably some deeper
That wasn't
meaning.
even a riddle. That wasn't even a riddle. Just go on an adventure. Well, thanks for that.
No, he's saying you're on a pilgrimage of destiny, and in your travels you must seek out the artifacts. Wherever you go.
Okay. At any rate, I request a general update on everyone in the ship. Mr. Ninja.
The dwarves are tense. They know that creature is behind them now. The word is spread around the ship. Captain's trying to keep morale high. He gives an emboldened speech. Everybody cheers. Although it seems half-hearted, the crew knows that there could be danger. Many a ship has been lost in the Silt Sea. A fire drake, that's something dangerous, something to worry about. Not your typical pirates or bandits. Not your typical Silt horror either.
That gives me an idea. I'm gonna go down to the Silt Runner.
And what do you do? The Silt Runner is trapped there in his little cage.
Does it understand words at all?
No.
Does it understand vague intent?
Oh, probably. He'll know if you're threatening him.
I'm just gonna try to pet it so that it trusts me, so I can pull something off later.
Oh. He probably claws at you or something.
I will continue to try until he stops doing that.
Oh, no, he's not going to stop. So he's done a couple points of slashing damage to you at this point.
Oh boy.
Calm emotions.
Okay, you chill him out. He curls up into a ball. Now he's a lab cat.
All right, fine. Just setting up my great scheme.
Control all the animals. All the animals! Okay, so crafting continues. The dwarves aren't going to let a little thing like a fire drake chasing them stop them from working on some crafting. And being on watch continues. 6 days. The dwarf that's on watch... The dwarf that's on watch, he lets out a cry and he says, "I spotted something!"
Is it something else other than the fire drake?
It was ahead of the ship.
What is it?
He couldn't tell.
I will go out with him and check for myself. Let me take a look. I have pretty good eyes.
What do you see out there?
Nature has blessed me with a 21.
Alright.
Nature has blessed me with 21.
With a 21, you're pretty sure that you're about to bump into a Siltar.
Can we kill this? What is less formidable, Siltor or fire drake? Can we run through and kill the Siltor first?
This thing's got a terrible turn radius, so you're not going to be able to avoid it. But you did spot it early.
I yell out to the entire crew on the top surface, "There's a Siltor in front of the ship blocking our path!"
It's a white Siltar. Because of your survival or your nature, you know its type. A white Siltar.
How many ballista bolts do we have? Do we have more than just the ones inside the ballista themselves? Do we have extra?
You took whatever the pirate ship had, so I assume you have a bunch. It does take 3 turns to reload one, though, so you only get to fire each one once, and then 3 turns later you can fire it again.
We already moved your
What if
room,
there's
so-
multiple people manning it?
Yeah, you
can
did.
the
You
dwarves
did.
help reload it?
So this is funny. So like the dwarves are grumbling because you moved all the ballistas to the front, and then you moved all the ballistas to the back, and now you want to move all the ballistas to the front again.
Such is the life of a dwarf.
I know, right?
Okay, I got it. I have an idea.
Uh-huh.
I know what I must do. Alright? I send the air elemental to taunt the Siltar and guide it to the red drake.
All right. You send your air elemental towards the Siltar. It doesn't immediately react. What does your air elemental do to it? Like,
Siltars can't talk, right?
it is an animal, not very intelligent.
Okay. Better idea. Air elemental unsummon, resummon. Coat it in delicious smelling, I don't know, meat, blood, flesh, and then send it over to just kind of move just out of its reach so that it goes over to the drake.
Huh, I'm not sure you could do that. I don't know. Maybe the air elemental could pick up a bunch of drake meat that you have and carry it.
Like, I'm assuming, like, basically turn the air elemental, I want it to turn into a ball of gas that just contains the air smell.
Well, I mean, I guess he can swirl around in it, in the meat, but blood isn't going to stick to a wind elemental. He's made of wind. I don't know. It's vague and weird,
Not the.
but whatever. Sure.
Mm,
He is meaty now. Meat-flavored air elemental.
Cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
Well, not flavor.
Elemental.
the smell. I just need him to pick up the smell of the thing.
All right. So you summoned him back to you, right?
Yes.
All right. So then you get closer.
And
So
then I send him out to go lurking around.
So you've summoned your new elemental, but as you're doing it, there's a bump as you collide with the white Siltar.
Frick's sake.
I asked for a ballista.
Okay, some tentacles grab the wheels
Uh-oh.
and begin to tangle in the wheels. All
I have
right.
an out of character question.
What's up?
Is this like? Is this in kind of basically just fated to happen?
Yeah, I mean, I rolled it when I rolled all the encounter rolls at the beginning. So it was
Well,
in
I
the
mean, like,
dice.
all right, if you roll it, does it have to happen like
It
a
was-
specific way according
It
to the
was
roll?
very likely that we were going to run into the fire drake.
It didn't have to happen a specific way. You could have stopped to fight the Fire Drake, which would have changed things dramatically. But if you keep going in this direction, you bump into the Siltar. And because of the low visibility, you don't spot him until he's within like 30 feet. And so, like, one turn later, he bumps into your ship.
Okay then. Can this thing? Sorry if I'm talking a lot. Can this thing currently move, or is it stuck in the wheels?
It's grabbing the wheels. It's grappling. It's now attached to your vehicle. So,
What is it attempting to do?
It does a multi-attack. It can use its tentacles in order to try to grab people on the deck. It's going to grab with each of these tentacles at whatever's in front of it, which happens to be an unfortunate dwarf. The dwarves let out a scream of protest as these tentacles slap down at them. I've got a 25 and a 22. 25 and 22 both hit the dwarves. So with a scream, they've been slapped and grappled. The dwarves are picked up into the air and carried into the silt.
The men! Captain, the men!
For frick's sake. Do we have to roll initiative, or is this more free-flowing situation?
Yeah, we're going to roll initiative.
Alright.
Well, hang on. So, Morg, you spotted the creature, and you probably, like, called out to everybody to be aware of it. Does anybody else want to do something to get ready during that round before the thing collides?
Yep, I was hoping you were going to give us that opportunity. I
Yes,
would
yes,
have.
Because you were aware it was out there before you hit it, everybody gets to do one thing. So if you want to cast a spell or ready an item or do whatever you want to do, you have like one turn before it bumps into the ship, and then we're going to roll initiative.
Ring of jumping and full movement.
All right. But keep in mind, it wasn't attached to the ship until the next turn. So you get to the front, and then it'll be there.
And ring of jumping.
Did the meat thing count?
Oh yeah, your elemental is there and is meaty. That does happen.
Yeah, I'm
Now,
gonna
does
cast
that
spell.
count as my action?
Yes.
Then I'm gonna use whatever's left to move over here.
You got it.
Has that Terax just been sitting there this whole time?
All right, I reset the initiative thing.
It's still there.
Now let's go.
of character, all people are doing things. What is that? What does the Lich do all day in the elephant house?
Nothing. Nothing at all. An eternity of boredom. Oh, the horror. The horror. Thousands of years I've
Oh,
stared
wow.
at these dusty walls and contemplated my failure.
Read a book.
Did you ever see that Aqua Teen Hunger Force episode with the robot from the future that tells all these like really long stories? 3,000 years ago. So then he just goes on and on and on.
You mean Mr. Hippo?
Nah. Now, Mr. Hippo was like, he was not a robot.
You're an animatronic.
Alright. Do I have to roll for anyone? Sia has a 18. Ringside, what have you got?
19.
Bueno. 19 initiative. Skywill, what's your initiative?
Okay, sorry.
More? You can't possibly have a 0.
Oh, it's fine. So before we get into combat, I
10.
cast a spell to at 1 level higher than my normal spell. I'm going to cast a 4th level Call Lightning spell.
Oh boy.
And I will make a big ass cloud above our ship as it's stopping.
Power moves. This is what we call a pro gamer move here.
Why didn't you use that before to?
Huh?
Why didn't you use that before to hit Drake?
It was far away.
Cause it's like several, like what, 200 plus feet away, and the cloud doesn't move, so I need it.
No.
Yeah.
Fire Drake's farther than that.
Fire Drake's not even on the map yet.
Behind.
Yeah,
Right.
we're attacking the white
Whatever.
silt ore right now.
See, I have the Fire Drake this size because it's very far away. If it were here, it would be bigger.
Oh dear. Oh no.
Oh yes.
The baby was bigger than Taurus, so.
This one's way off in the distance.
Yeah, Big Mama. Oh, everybody, roll your 2d10s for your extra health.
Mhm.
Okay.
2d10?
Ooh, plus 17, holy.
13.
Much better.
9.
Man, 17 is huge.
It's a lot of hit points for a temp hit point.
I got 9.
Do I get 10 hit points?
You roll 2d10s.
You ate the special meal that your priest has prepared. It is fiery, spicy, and delicious.
Ninja, can you let me know if this applies? So for Call Lightning, it says if we're outdoor and the condition is stormy, then the spell takes over the existing storm instead of creating my own storm. And then it does increase 1d10 damage.
You can have that, yes.
Okay.
You were already in a thundering haboob. You were only holding it at bay with magic.
Does that
What
mean
the
the
frick is a
entire
haboob?
area is my spell instead of just the 60-foot radius?
Nah, I don't think so. But you are controlling the local part of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
you control, half of the continent cloud.
There are 10th and 11th level spells, like the higher level epic spells that do that.
Okay, so this is going to be doing 5d10 then, instead of just 4d10. Okay, as we sail into it, my action will launch down a thunderbolt at it.
Armor class 12. It doesn't have to make a save.
Dexterity saving throw, not a.
Gotcha.
It,
Too bad it wasn't armor, because I just rolled a nat 20.
oh, it still takes half on a success. Wait, yeah, half on a success. So it's still 5d10. Does this add my wisdom modifier bonus to the damage? Or is that only certain spells?
It's pretty rare to have that. If you have like a special class ability or something, sometimes it'll add a bonus onto the spell damage, but usually not.
Okay. It'll take 10 points of lightning damage then. And it'll hit two parts of it. It'll hit this tentacle and the main body.
All right.
It explodes in a 5-foot radius. Kacharkol.
All right, pretty good. Not quite enough to kill the tentacle, but considerable. Okay, did anybody else have anything on the sort of surprise round?
Fireball.
Yeah, you got pretty good range on it. Roll it.
So hopefully this is before the sand dwarfs get taken, right?
Man, what are the odds here? I rolled a 20 for you, and then I rolled a 1 for him.
Will I get a sneak attack at all, or no?
The thing is aware we're here,
Right.
and we're not in melee combat with it, so I don't think so.
during the surprise round, it was like 80 feet away.
I don't know if actually I probably can't attack that at this distance.
Rolling the ones.
That's a lot of ones.
Let me double check. Where's my distance again?
Oh wow.
I thought it was 60 feet was my knife attack.
Yeah, it was a bit out of that range. A good bit out of that range.
49 damage.
Not bad.
Which is crazy because my teleport can reach up to my 10 times my Synac roll. So I could potentially get 100 feet on my teleport.
So, are you doing something?
Can I get to the actual? Hold on, I can't get to it, right?
It's 80 feet further out in the ship when you have that option to take a turn.
Okay. Well, if I did a move, could I get to it and attack?
If you want to run out there.
There's still the fire drake getting closer and closer.
Yeah.
Of course, if you run towards it, it's going to try to grab you with all of its tentacles.
That's kind of something I don't want to do. So forget that. I'm getting to the ship.
It's not a good way to die.
That would be pretty much.
That'd be like Boba Fett in Star Wars seeing the Sarlacc pit and saying, "Hey, I want to run towards that."
Yeah, exactly.
Let me go and stab
I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Okay, so then on the initiative, Taurus is first. So the creature has slapped into the hull of the ship. It's grabbed two dwarves suddenly, and Taurus, what do you do?
It pisses me off. So I've decided to rage. So I'll go ahead and rage, and the silt horrors like right in front of the ship, or like
Yes.
I'm just kind of confused on the logistics.
Exactly what it looks
Is
like
that
here.
the
There's a tentacle on the hull of the ship here. There's a tentacle on the hull of the ship here. The creature's face is literally pressed against the railing of the ship, with its mouth open right here in front of you, so that its tentacles can pull these dwarves into its mouth and eat them.
Mm.
Huh.
So is there any way to just stand and hit it?
Yeah,
Or is it-
from right where you're at.
Oh, okay.
It is
So
literally
I'm gonna
directly in
use-
front of you.
I'm gonna say those on foot eating, and I'll smack it in the face.
Grimar, did your fireball also light up the tentacles before it grabbed the dwarfs when we had our surprise round?
I
'Cause
hit the
would
base.
it destroy them?
Oh, I don't
Yeah,
know
well,
about that.
fireball is like a radius, right?
Yeah,
No,
it didn't
I
hit the
but-
tentacles. Or if it did, it killed them and other tentacles came up.
A
Okay.
19 to hit.
All right, you swung. Do some damage.
If I recall, when we last fought a Silt horror, it can just make infinite tentacles. The tentacles
Yes.
don't make a difference.
It has regeneration. They grow back pretty quick.
Right.
And I'm gonna hit with a boom. One of the booms. That was horrible. Horrible hit. That was horrible. Horrible hit.
Was
I'll
that
use one
Echo?
of my psionics to roll one of those dice.
That was
Yeah.
Taurus's psionics. I see it.
33 damage.
We're getting sandwich, see ya.
So
Between a
33
Siltar
damage
and
on
a
the
mama.
first hit. And I'll go ahead and swing for the second hit. $30 to hit. Better.
Jeez Louise.
That one's exceptional.
And,
Hey, see ya.
alright,
Nice of you to make it.
throw a boom on that one too.
Hello, there we go.
Yeah.
My computer actually died. I don't know if it.
I'll reroll one.
Is that what happened? Dead computer?
I completely. And then it blue screen.
29 damage.
Lame.
So 33 and 29.
All right.
I'm on my phone right now. Wait, what's happening?
We are fighting a Siltar and probably soon to fight a fire drake. A full grown one.
And for my interact, I want to grab the hooked war pick off of my belt
All right.
with one of my hands
Mm-hmm.
and just hold it till my interact on my next turn.
Yeah.
It's like in preparation for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, if you're all done, down the line to Morg.
I cast another lightning bolt, hoping to sever it from the dwarf and hit it in the body. So it has to roll another deck save.
You got it.
Deck save is 16. DC.
Fail. I rolled a 13.
Alright, it takes a full 28 points of lightning damage. Die. Crackle, kacharkle.
All right, you blast it. Chunks of it are getting scorched and incinerated by the lightning blast, and it's quite stunned.
That is my turn.
All right, it lets out an angry roar. Ringside, what are you doing?
What?
What's your move?
Their signs of life. Hello?
Hey.
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Long's
Okay,
turn.
Is
Hey,
it still holding the dwarves?
It has two of them.
inside turn.
It didn't lose this tentacle?
No.
Yeah.
You entered the body, right?
Uh,
It hits in a
Please
radius,
give
so
me
it can hit both.
Okay.
Please give me an intelligence saving throw with the power of the ring of probability.
I got a 9.
Okay, I don't think that's enough. Sorry about that.
I like the elevator music.
Oops. That might be too many. Okay, I'm not typing that all again. Just ignore the last one. So 40.
40 damage, psychic.
Yes. Yeah, is also stunned for 1 minute or until it's until it makes the saving throw.
And it was 19, right?
Yes.
DC 19? That's tough. I don't think he can even roll that, so this thing's just going to be like, duh, for several turns.
While that's happening, Wind Elemental and Omen are to pry the dwarves from its hands.
So this one is in the limp tentacle, which has dropped him into the silt here. And he's struggling to keep his head above the silt as the weight of the tentacle still attached to him is dragging him down.
Okay, Wind Elemental, get him. Terax, get the other one.
The other one's still in the grip of this tentacle and couldn't be pried loose without a strength check. It is a DC 19. All right, Omen, give it your best strength check.
Wait a second, he's stunned. Can he even make a strength save?
No. The tentacle is just like clenched on him, so in order to pry the dwarf out of the tentacle, you just have to make the save.
Okay, strength roll. Where the fuck is it? Almost there.
Where are you doing the strength roll at?
In chat. In.
Over here.
Yeah, he has a +3 to strength, so that's a 20.
All right, 20 is just barely enough. You pry the dwarf free and fly him to safety.
Waze fell over.
He's not the most graceful T-Rex. I imagine he was trying to pry the dwarf out of the tentacle, and it was really difficult. So when he finally did get him free, it was like snapping elastic, and he went tumbling to the deck.
Oh, well, that wasn't supposed to happen. Anyway, have fun beating a stunned opponent, guys.
Is there a hurricane in the center of the room?
There's a lightning cloud.
Okay.
I think he's talking about my air elemental.
All right, Sia, what are you going to do?
Okay. So there is an abomination, I'm going to call it Silt Horde, right?
Yep, White Siltar.
Right outside. Can I see it? Do I have visible?
Oh, yeah, it's attached to the ship. It's right in front of you.
Oh, so the walls are accurate. All right, then I can't. Oh, I can't really do much, can I? These, How do these guys feel about I was gonna say apostates, but
The dwarves would hate you if you're a spellcaster, for sure.
yeah, that's well shit. Can't melee.
Wait a second, do they hate me?
No, psionics are fine. It's just actual wizardry they hate. Everybody hates wizardry.
Note
That,
the
that seems to
creature
be
is currently... The
Continue.
monster is stunned.
Super stunned, incapacitated, no actions, no reactions.
all right.
Advantage to attack.
Then I'm going to debilitate it further by casting Romulus Psychic Lance. I'm going to pass it. I'm going to try to pass it off as psionics if anyone asks. If my computer would stop. Okay, I hate this. Just give me a moment. Did it turn off again? Nope, still on. Okay, give me a second. I gotta. It's lagging through the scroll, so I got. There we go. 76. All right, casting it now.
Hold on, guys. My spell's uploading.
That's what it feels like. I have to scroll through my spell list, but Chrome was taking forever, so it kind of took a bit. Also, tabletop is lagging. There we go. Plus.
He fails his intelligence save right out. That's not good.
It's an 18 hit.
Yeah.
All right. One, two, three.
The psychic lance I'm looking at says you don't even have to roll to hit. The creature just has to make a saving throw.
Oh, okay.
And then it does 7d6 psychic damage.
Not rolling. Oh, there you go. Roll. Hold on. There you go. 24.
Okay.
And then I am going to action surge. I'm going to use my bow. The normal bow, the short bow, and I'm going to use a charge of the electricity. So I have 5 charges remaining. That is going to be roll to hit.
With advantage.
Mm-hmm. $21. That hits.
Yep.
$16 more damage.
The whack.
All right, and I'm going to bonus action Bardic Inspiration Taurus. That's my turn.
Hey.
You're my favorite singer.
Thank you.
I didn't mean to delete it. That was an oopsie.
We beat it.
It's sad, yay!
It's gone. Yeah.
Wait, what about its body?
It's sunk.
Oh, what's it? How much health?
Okay, so it's at 229 damage now.
By the power of telekinesis, I demand that not be the case.
That's how the spell works. Yep.
Alright, so at that point, I'm going to roll this dice from a 6 to a 5. Hey, Joe, on this figurine here, could you right-click on it, go to custom, and change its scaling to 2?
I don't like the sound of that. How about you don't do that instead? In fact, why don't you just make it smaller?
Actually, maybe even go to 3, because this This base has to be the size that
It
it's
what
going to
now?
be.
What's it called us now?
That's 3.
No,
Nah.
there's
Now,
more
come to
than-
think of it, maybe the other way was the way to go, like 1.75.
There we go.
Yeah, smaller is better.
Yeah, because
Yes,
I'm trying to
thank
make the base bigger is what I'm trying to do.
Huh?
Yeah, that'll do. That'll
In
do.
fact, why don't you just make it miniature?
Will enlarge/reduce work on it?
Good question. I think if it's a hostile creature, it doesn't work, does it? Well, I guess you can reduce creatures, so he'd have a save on the reduce.
Anyway, can I telekinesis the body of the Silt horror?
It's not dead yet.
Oh. Oh, are we still in combat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not realize.
All right, Skywheel, what are you going to do?
Wiped off the map.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, if you didn't catch it, I said that was accidental, and then I brought him right back.
So the Silt Horror.
See, the thing is, like, where I'm editing the text, just above it is the delete option. So every once in a while, I'll go to edit the amount of hit points it has, and it'll just disappear.
I want to jump in this thing's face, and does it count as being in combat now? And
Definitely.
go ahead?
Yeah, it is in melee combat with Taurus, and now that you're up in its face, so are you.
Come on, darn it!
Make sure you roll with advantage as well.
Click the right button. Hey, nat 20.
Nice. Critical hit.
Nice. Woo!
So now I do clear. I do this. I do that.
Oh, man.
Now, with critical, I just double what I get. Oh. Do I get to reroll one of the ones?
Because it's exceptional?
Exceptional?
Yeah.
Okay. So, here's the reroll for the one. Maybe, eventually. Hello? Hello? Oh, no, not responding. Oh, there it goes. Roll in
I thought it was
progress.
just one.
So it went from a 1 to a 2. I had a 21, so now 22 damage then.
Yeah.
And so I jump up and
You rolled with sneak attack damage,
yeah,
right?
I think I feel like being I forget which the scene was, jumping into the Kraken's face with the sword. I think it was Johnny Depp. I think it was Captain Jack Sparrow jumping into the Kraken with a sword in hand, and that's what I wanted to be doing.
All right.
Just jumping into this thing's face.
Jumping right onto it.
Yeah.
It's
That's what I want.
still got some life in it. There's some chewing going on in that mouth, but it is completely paralyzed by the psychic attack it's absorbed the previous couple moments. So you should be safe even though you're standing on its face.
Did you roll double damage dice?
Double that. Sorry, 44 damage.
No, it doesn't double the damage. It's like whatever the base damage of your weapon, you double that.
Oh, it doesn't include the
His sneak attack does not
sneak
double.
attack dice?
Aw, lame.
Or does it? Man, I always have to double check whether sneak attack doubles.
Well, I accept whatever you decide.
It says damage dice.
Does rogue sneak attack double on a crit? Yes, that is... Yeah, alright. Yeah, okay. I guess you need to roll more dice.
Roll more dice? I will do that. I'm okay with that.
What is your sneak attack does 6, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so 6 more dice. That'll help.
And the dice, well, it's about the same as last time. 25, so 21 plus 25 is 46. Oh, 47, because I rerolled the 1.
Alright,
Oh,
you
I rolled
are
one of these ones, too. There we go.
pounding this creature mercilessly.
I'm going to reroll this one as well. No, I can I reroll twice each?
No. That would have been part of the
one
initial
time.
roll. So
Yeah, no, that's true. Okay, so not the 6, but still.
Okay, so Krius, what are you gonna do?
Slashing away deep with my sword into the face of this white silt horror.
Grimorn may not want to throw a fireball at it now that there is one of his allies in its mouth, stabbing
And
it in the tongue.
I scream, "Avast!"
You
What,
have
fireball?
turned into
Okay.
a pirate.
It's been does it look pretty beat up?
Yeah, it's taken a lot of damage. Its eyes are lobbing or lolling around in different directions. It seems to be quite stunned and unable to do much of anything right now except just like hang here. Just limply hanging, stuck by all of its tentacles to the side of the ship here.
Do we have any advantage or anything like that?
Yes.
No, we do.
Stunned gives you advantage on attacks.
Yep. Scorching rays.
All right. You just aim down at it and take some careful shots around Orin.
Oh, true. Yeah.
There's going to be 4.
Well, it's kind of a
bolts.
large creature. I'm sure there's ample
Oh, yeah.
opportunities.
It's a lot wider than you are.
Yeah.
30 to hit.
Yep.
27 to hit.
Mhm.
18.
All of them.
The creature also automatically
And
fails
14.
checks and drinks.
Even
14
that
miss.
one. That all hit. What's your total damage?
To all of them?
All of them.
2,
Rain down fire on it.
45.
45. Oh, it would have regenerated 10 hit points this turn, which I hadn't done that yet, so I'm just going to do another 35.
How long have you guys been fighting this thing?
We just started.
One
Also,
round.
I'm just shooting fireballs as eyeballs.
Okay, it's got
Whose turn is it?
in 1 round?
it's got 311
Still
damage.
Ringsite's turn?
No, that was Krius. Krius just finished his turn. Okay, the Silt Horror is stunned. It makes a save at the end of its turn. It rolls an 11, which isn't enough, so it's still stunned.
Wait, are you still talking about Ringsite stun?
No.
Ringsite in your turn.
Or the one from the Psychic Lance, which
I thought we were long past ringside. What are you talking about?
Oh, he never ended his turn.
Oh, he doesn't press on the thingamajig.
Yeah, I don't think any of us even knew we were using the turns thing. Also, the
I was
turns
waiting for it to ping me.
also the turns don't go in the order of that turns thing that you're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
No, they don't.
they don't.
Yeah, the built-in tabletop simulator turns, that's going down the line. It would go Jodab, Long, Kobin, JK My Life, Skywill. It would just go down the line.
It is.
It is on Kobin. I passed
That
my
is
turn.
not
and then
the
it's on
order
him.
I'm seeing.
Hit and turn, Kobe.
Alright.
Then it should go to C.
Do you see
I'll put it
the
on.
do you see the end turn on your screen at the top?
I'll skip his turn. There it is.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's my
I
turn.
never
your
used that.
turn. Skip your turn.
Will it skip it?
Yeah, it's not your turn anymore. You already done your turn. Oh look, it was Skywill's turn. Skywill, end your turn.
What?
It's still like-
Okay, where do I press that?
Never mind. There you go.
It should be like at the top in the middle of the screen
Click
near
to
all the
turn. Got
options.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boom.
Oh, I
Okay, and then Krius just went, so now he ends his. Okay, now we're in the right spot.
Hey!
He just wants that
Finish
ding.
it.
He wants the ding because when it dings,
I do.
it lets him know that it's his turn.
Oh, so he comes back from the washroom.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh shit. The laundry room. Silt Horror. He's getting fucked up, huh?
He's still stunned.
At
Okay.
this point, its brains are kind of starting to leak out the side of its face.
Well, I readied my
That's me.
hook. I readied my hook. I don't want to lose this thing because that's meat.
Oh.
So, I want to use my hook with 40 feet on it and I want to wrap it around the Silt Horror and try to wrangle it in with a grapple. Is that possible?
The Silt Horror is too big to be grappled.
It's a
With a 40-foot
gargantuan,
rope?
right?
I mean, you can hook it, but you cannot grapple it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I was going to use a strength check to try to pull it in.
Yeah, impossible.
So the war pick, can I like get it into its mouth or something like that?
I
Like,
think
can
the war pick would break upon lifting its fucking mass.
I mean, it's a.
I mean, if you're trying to bring it with you, it is still technically attached to the ship, but you probably do want to go down and carve the tentacles that are entangled
off.
on the front wheels. That's a problem.
You could just do some harvesting.
Yeah, any of
I
the
wanna
meat
try
that's
to-
there, if you want to get the meat, you just have to collect the meat from it with a survival check. But do you have time for that right now?
No, I want to try to pull the Silt Horror up onto the deck.
Yeah, and as I explained, that is impossible.
So alternatively, you can chop or smash pieces off of it and grab those instead.
I run towards the next threat.
Is it dead?
Yeah.
Or is
Well, almost.
Oh.
Its brains are leaking out of its head, but it's still got some hit points.
I'll just try to finish it off. Knock it down, knock it out. I don't know, whatever. Finish it.
Well, it's attached to the ship, so it's not going to get knocked off, but you could kill it.
Because I want to pull it up.
Yeah.
I don't want it to go into the silt.
Well, it's not going to fall off when it dies, because the tentacles will just stay attached to it.
That's a way. A nat 20.
Yeah.
Is that double hit dice?
It surprises your opponent. Your target is surprised.
Oh, do we need to do the thing for me about what had happened to it?
Nothing.
Okay.
It's double hit die. Oh my god, why do I keep rolling so many ones? Hold on. We roll that one over.
Technically, what it did was improve your initiative, but the creature's stunned anyway. It doesn't really matter.
Oh, max damage. Okay, cool. So it's a 49 damage on the first strike.
All right.
Is it dead yet?
Okay, so 366. It's not dead after the first hit.
Okay, now hit with the second hit. Hold on.
It's got like 6 hit points left for the second hit, so you finish it off.
Okay. I'll finish it off with a 25 to hit.
All right. Well, you just turned a horrible monster into a hood ornament.
And I want to grab it. And start pulling it up onto the deck.
All right. You pull up a tentacle. Here you go.
No, I want the big piece. I'll just keep pulling until I get all of it up.
All right. You rip the tentacle off. You fail.
What?
It's huge.
I
think that's what Nick is saying.
It's gargantuan.
Well, I'm
it's
strong.
a 4x4.
You're trying to pull this enormous body up out of the sand when you're pulling it up by just like a fleshy tentacle that's designed to rip off. Or by a hook, which is in some flesh that will tear off before the weight of this thing will come up out of the ground. As a gargantuan creature, it probably weighs something like, I don't know, like 16 tons. It's heavy.
16 tons.
Yeah, it's real heavy. But you're welcome to grab as many of these tentacles as you want, and I definitely think you're gonna want to get these side ones.
Yeah, I'll just start hooking them and trying to grab them off.
But we are still in initiative because there's a Drake coming.
So I'll move here. I'll move here. And I'll ready my hook to grab one of these tentacles. Or can I reach the tentacle from right here?
No, it's down on the wheels.
Okay.
It's far below you, entangled into the wheel. Probably, I'd say, like 10 feet below.
We got squid for dinner.
Yeah.
And if we see the giants again, that's their favorite.
I can't believe you kill one of these things in one turn. It's crazy.
Well, 2. But yeah.
Yeah, it took 2
Wait, is it
turns,
dead?
but
Is it dead already?
Long turn.
We had the surprise turn. Yeah.
Okay. I run. I made a 30-foot movement, and then I dash, and I yell at the dwarves to get out of the way. The fire drake is coming. We're gonna deal with it. That's
We're
right
gonna
there.
deal with it.
Shooting. They're supposed to be shooting their ballistas. I just trained them how to do ballistas.
they can't see it yet. They're not going to shoot until they see a target.
Yeah.
Courage.
Wait, how close
courage,
is the
Atreyu.
Drake?
Hundreds of feet away. He's got 5 turns before he gets to your ship.
Get moving, boys.
So you want to take off and leave before he gets to you?
I'll
As long as you're moving at the same speed,
Yes.
you'll stay ahead of him.
We must kill it.
I mean, Morg still
Not
has his
yet,
biggest.
Not when we're slightly powered.
Morg still has his biggest, best spell going. I'm sure he wants to capitalize on the
Yeah.
tremendous lightning blast he can do.
I mean, we can move the thing
All right, fine.
like a bit out of the way so that it has to like go through the cloud. But
That is an option. If
yeah.
you want to intercept the creature, you could go out there and fight it in the silt rather than letting it come to the ship. That would protect the ship, but it's incredibly risky.
We could kite it.
Is there any rocks
All right,
around?
all right. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send it a sending message that goes, "Last chance to stop following us. Here's a giant peace offering. Go away."
Yeah, I don't think if you kill its child, it's not going to forgive that easily.
Right.
You
Yeah.
killed its baby?
Yeah.
we killed
I
your
got-
baby. Here's
I
the
got-
gift basket.
Yeah, if you were unaware, we've got its dead baby's skin here, and we've been methodically turning it into a suit of armor for several
Oh,
days.
God.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I have some
Few
of his
days.
teeth as a part of my necklace now
It's
too.
There it
been
is.
3-4
He was
days.
a very evil baby.
Yeah.
alright?
It was
That's a quote.
Literally, baby Hitler in the making. It had to be done.
Can we
So we
just
killed
relook?
each
Oh, yeah, I
other.
guess.
Was it a silt? What's the name for the younger one? Silt.
Spawn.
Silt spawn. Yes. Was it smaller than this?
No, this was a silt horror. This thing. It was fucking 20 foot by 20 foot.
Yeah,
Check
20
that,
by
yeah.
20 creature. You just can only see the face of it sticking up out of the sand, which is why it doesn't look as big. But it
Oh,
was,
its whole body.
yeah, it's massive. There's a huge creature underneath that face down in the silt.
And these are tentacles. People
I
could-
used my.
All right, Tara, I'm going to give you a pointer about the delay in Discord. You should never stop. Just like if you're hearing a voice, just talk over it, and then by the time they finish talking, you will have started speaking, and just keep going. But if you ever stop because you hear a voice, then to us it all sounds like you just stopped. Because there's like a little bit of a delay in there.
All right, this is now noted.
Okay, cool.
I would like to keep going until the next day because I used my best spell.
For sending?
Wait, what?
No, for psychic. To turn off the silt horror.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
he basically won that fight. You guys killed it. You did the hit point damage, but he stunned it, and it's got such low intelligence that it wasn't gonna break out of that for the next like 10 turns.
Oh, the psychic lance.
Yes.
I
no,
mean,
that
if
was
it
someone
is-
else. I used psychic plus.
Yeah, if it's possible, if we can, with like the moles, they can force march for 3 days. So if they can just keep pedaling the freaking ship without the the fire drake catching up with us. We can take a day and regain our spells.
That is an option. You're welcome to attempt to outrun it. It'll become a chase.
I mean, I don't think we're gonna outrun it. You said the ship only goes about as fast as the mama drake. You can't go faster, right?
Well, all right. It's 5 turns behind you. All you have to do is get those tentacles off your wheels and you can get going. So you can stay ahead of it, and the ship moves at the same speed as the creature, so you'll stay in the lead and it won't be able to get to you.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. So then in that case, I just need to go ahead and get to work on those tentacles then.
Yeah, and Taurus is getting the other
Can
one.
I chop them?
All right, so we'll say that your turn, you go over here and chop up this tentacle, and Taurus goes over here and chops up this tentacle, and he's keeping it because he wants that meat, I'm sure.
On my
We
turn,
run over the silt board.
If I get done chopping that up, as long as the drake's not too close, if he's within striking distance, then I'll stop. But I'm gonna start carving up white silt horn and just keep throwing pieces onto the deck.
Sure.
on my turn,
Okay,
I'm
one
gonna
take.
go to the back with all the sailors and try to pump them up and get them ready for a battle, the battle of their life.
Should I make a survival
Oh,
check?
I thought we were leaving.
Well, we are.
Okay,
But-
so I'm gonna point out the Siltar's body is extra weight, and the moles, they're having a really hard time getting up to speed. So even though you've cleared the tentacles from the wheels, the extra weight is going to slow you down. So you've already gotten, what, like 3... Well, you've gotten 2 tentacles up on the deck. I don't know. Oren, are you going to try to bring this tentacle with you?
I'm not. I'm focused on living.
Okay, he discards his tentacle. Doesn't care. So there's just the weight of the bulk of the creature. It is attached to the front of the ship. You could break it loose, but you would lose the meat. So you have a choice to make. Do you break it free to keep your speed and momentum so you don't get caught, or do you want that meat?
How much meat do we have so far?
Keep in mind you have all that drake meat too. You're having no shortage of food, really.
Okay, we're not. I want to just make sure that we get the valuable things like the eyes and stuff.
Usually it's the tentacles or the tasty part. The body's kind of gross.
No, I meant for crafting purposes, or aren't they?
For
I don't,
monster
it's
hunter.
not really a magical beast.
Oh.
I don't
Well, then
know
I'm
what we
just
would do
gonna-
with the eyeballs.
I'm just gonna smash it off the front. Then. We got plenty of meat. I'm just
Knock
gonna
it
smash it off the front. Yeah, I'm just gonna take it like a golf club and just start hammering it off.
All right. You blast it right off the side of the ship. He recovered this dwarf here, and he's waiting for his next orders.
No. The other one.
The other
Very
T-Rex
cool.
is nervously looking behind the ship and thinking about flying away.
I break off a piece of tentacle and throw it at it. Throw it at the T-Rex.
To keep it entertained.
Girl.
Are you not entertained? Eat this meat.
Take it back. I throw an eyeball.
It's not
I'll throw the
entertainment.
silver eyeball at it. It's a delicacy for my people.
Stop throwing eyeballs at things.
It's a gushy eyeball.
Wait, so the horror is dead, like officially?
Yes.
Oh, look at that.
Dislodged.
Not just brain dead.
One of the dwarves gets nervous and he hits the switch to fire the ballista. It goes off into the silt, flying like hundreds and hundreds of feet.
Oh, no.
There's a moment of tense silence, and then there's a tremendous roar as the ballista bolt actually does maybe find its mark. Roll to hit. Who wants to roll to hit for the ballista?
Me?
Not me.
Oh,
There was only a 1 in 4 chance that that bolt would have gone into the space that it was in, but it actually did roll into space.
What's the plus for a ballista?
I gave you that information last week, didn't I?
We did,
It's a medium-sized ballista, right?
I think it was like 12 or something.
It has a +6 to hit, and the dexterity.
Oh, what's the dwarf?
I don't know if you're proficient with it. Siege weapon.
Yes.
I just realized how freaking silly this scenario is. We're just in a giant boat, and Godzilla is just walking, wading after us in the water all day, all night, no
Kill
stopping.
the kaiju.
11.
11 to hit.
We must summon Mothra.
Oh yeah, I guess it does just work like a bow, so you just use your dex and stuff. Dex and proficiency.
If the thing is
What's most
further away than
dexterous?
100 feet, if it's up to 300, it is a roll with disadvantage to hit. Unless you have like sharpshooter or some kind of feat.
Well, the ballista's good to 750 feet, but he's firing blind, so he did roll with disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
I think you failed anyway, then.
Yeah, 11's a fail. All right.
Seven.
It hits something, and it lets out a roar, but no damage was done. Pinging off that thick-ass Godzilla armor back there. The dwarf apologizes, says, I got nervous, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to fire.
Well, keep doing it.
How many shots?
I'm gonna tell him like,
No,
wait
freaking
for it to
move
get
the
closer.
ship.
Yeah, ballista shots are limited. You will run out after a few shots.
Hurry up and reload.
I tell the moves to get moving the oars.
All right. So after the silt horror has been knocked clean from the front of the ship begins rolling forward, steadily plodding. Orin, you can see that the ship is moving, and you're gonna have to hastily jump up onto it while it's starting to roll.
That's fine. Is that a roll you're saying, or
Yeah, make yourself some kind of check.
you want acrobatics? You want?
Yeah, acrobatics is good.
Athletics.
You're basically just like running up the wheel. Another Pirates of the Caribbean reference, like when they're all on the wheel.
Any
Okay.
chance I could have sacrificed that thing?
No time.
You're dead.
Looks like a 20. No, 24 actually.
Oh, that's pretty
I forgot
good.
to add the.
So not only do you climb up, but you make it look impressive. You do it in style.
My minimum roll.
Yeah, pretty much anything over a 15 was good. All right, so you're on the
Get onto
move.
Drake.
In that case, now that you're moving, we're out of combat.
Wait, for real?
Right.
Oh.
I mean, I guess, but
As long as you're staying in a forward momentum, the creature won't catch up to you in 5 turns. But at any point if you stop, it'll be 5 turns behind you.
Can we not fight the Drake?
It's an option, but
And
you guys could
Yeah,
use a
I
rest.
I don't know.
As we're moving and it's moving, how fast can it clear this 120-foot gap radius?
It's gonna be 5 turns behind us. Whole time.
in a
No, like I'm
mere
asking how fast its
infinite
movement
days,
rate is.
Yeah, it's unclear. You don't have that info. You still haven't actually seen it yet.
Okay, because I was gonna be like, if it's following us through the cloud, I can send lightning bolts and kite it.
Taurus, do you still have the Bardic Inspiration?
Mm-hmm. We're still on combat.
So, how about we just
Until-
fight it tomorrow, everyone?
Do we really need a rest right now?
He
I-
wants his
I
spell
want my
slots
best
back
attack back.
for the fire drake.
His spell's a heavy hitter.
It is, but it's one spell.
Do the dwarves need healing that got attacked by the
Still,
tentacles?
Burn monsters off. It's an emergency off switch spell.
Ninja, do the dwarves that got hit by the tentacles, they need healing?
No, surprisingly, you were able to save both dwarves before they were pulled into the mouth and eaten.
Yeah, but didn't they take any kind of like bludgeoning damage from being grabbed in something?
Yeah, they each took 2d8. I didn't really roll it. So we'll say one of them has 7 damage and one of them has 10.
Okay.
2d8
Yeah, we
scattering
could
damage.
heal some of our crew and regain your spells, ring sight.
Okay.
It would probably best that we're at full fighting capacity for something that large.
Hang on, plus 10. It was really, really
Plus 10.
strong. It had like a 30 strength, so plus 10.
Oh,
So
wait, so 20
I-
damage and 17?
I try
Yeah.
to make an argument that
Okay.
if we wait, we may get ambushed by something else, like we just did. We can't chase it. This thing's been chasing us for 2 days. Every time we stop, it gets a little bit closer. It looks close enough now that if we stop again, we're done.
I fail to see the difference between stopping now and stopping then.
Fighting
Except
on our
that we'll be less
terms.
prepared.
Fighting on our terms versus being surprised by this thing.
I mean, we're gonna keep watching it, right?
Yeah, the dwarves definitely are going to be on extra alert watch to make sure you don't get attacked by it suddenly somehow.
I'm not gonna sleep, so I'm gonna suffer a point of exhaustion because I'm not gonna be able to sleep.
That's a horrible idea.
I'm not going to sleep.
Well, I'm gonna rest.
I mean,
We have a
technically,
giant
all
fire
of this happens
chasing us.
early on day 5. You probably haven't even gotten to noon yet.
I'm gonna rest.
We have a giant fire drake chasing us. Are you really sleeping?
Well, we don't have to sleep for long rest. We can just do nothing.
All right, so you pass some time.
Yes.
The dwarves, they watch the horizon. In the distance, the creature roars. The storm continues unabated. The captain uses his sword to make sure the winds are favorable and the sails are full. Many of the dwarves are up in the rigging, making sure everything's battened down, making sure everything's tied off nicely.
Two things. I had an idea. One, our physical condition of the moles.
The moles, as Morg said earlier, are able to do multiple days of forced march without tiring, without exhausting. So they will be fine.
Justin should do.
All right.
Aye.
The perfect slaves.
Ooh,
Yeah, they can do 3 days of marching without exhaustion.
Can you do that?
two.
Yeah, I can. I'm a mole too.
Hey.
I am also strong. All of my people are like this.
Why are
No,
you?
I'm strong.
But why the baldness?
I'm gonna fall asleep
Why the
on the
baldness?
black.
That
on the
is
ba-
also all of our people.
We're like Saitama, all of us.
I'm gonna fall asleep on the back deck, thinking of creatures throwing fire all around the place.
Wait, is
I
this
said,
bully
Of course, you are physically strong. My people have strong endurance.
And Ninja, I rolled a 11 on a divine.
typing away.
Divine intervention.
Yeah, I was just answering Joe's question there.
My
I rolled
people endure because we are slaves forever. You have never been a slave, Taurus. You
Oh,
do
you're
not
gonna
know
say
what it
me.
is to endure.
I thought you were gonna say me. I was getting ready to say that distinctly is counter.
I rolled a 11 on the divine intervention the next.
We've
day.
all been slaves.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
At some point, we've all been slaves,
Wait,
right?
what?
Even Taurus.
I've been a slave since.
If I can hear the fire drake in the distance, I'll just keep sitting here and I'll just keep focusing on readying to act.
Taurus, have you actually never been a
I
slave?
was gonna.
No,
Go
I've
ahead.
never been a slave.
Go ahead.
I was gonna do something, but if I remember how divine intervention works, I just need to sit and watch what happens next.
Okay, so Grimorn goes into a religious trance. You see a flame in your mind's eye, surrounded by nothingness. What do you say to the flame?
We will need some please assist us with this next combat. We have a fire drake of enormous size about to come upon us, and any help that you could give us in assistance would be great.
All right. In your mind's eye, the booming voice of the Lord of Fire says, "It is done."
I have a question out of character. What?
What?
The frick?
A portal just opened up and sucked your fire drake into the fire dimension. He is no longer even on this plane of existence.
What?
What the
What?
plate?
I was hoping
What
for.
the fuck?
Wait, was that a banish spell or something else? What'd you do?
So fire drakes are elementals, and so the Lord of Flame has the power to just summon an elemental back to the plane of fire.
Is it gone permanently, Grimoire?
My armor.
Is it gone forever?
Well, it's in the plane of fire. It's still there. You could go back and get it.
And it's mad.
I was hoping for like fire resistance or something like that.
I mean, divine intervention's
Like,
bigger.
Hey, this fire creature's harassing us. Could you help us out with that?
You
All
just
right, then.
you just asked
There you
you
go.
asked a deity to intervene, and he blinked your opponent out of existence. I mean, you might want to aim lower next time you want to soften up an enemy.
Wait, the fire drink is just
Guys, I
gone?
just wanted to kill a fire dragon.
Oh my god! Have we lost the fire drink?
The
Yes.
fire drake still
got rid of the fire
exists.
drake.
It's still alive. It's just not here anymore.
Oh my god, why? Who did this?
The Grimoire
Hey,
brave.
Grimorn. Once
Oh, you're
we
so
trace it back to you, would you mind just like keeping like to challenge? You might want to challenge that later, as a personal quest for you.
It's immune to fire.
Yeah, well, you're also immune to fire, so.
Well, we've done a lot of sacrifices in the past. You owed us a service, I guess.
Making the fire cleric fight the beast immune to fire. Yes, a challenge. Not impossible. A challenge.
He has some
Actually,
holy
He
magic.
has guiding bolts. He'll be fine.
So I'll give you guys a little bit of hope. If you did want to kill a gargantuan fire drake, you know they exist in this area. You know that there was a baby and a mama. So there has to be a dad somewhere out here too.
Oh my god.
So now we're gonna wait a second.
But the
So
dad's
we
a deadbeat, he doesn't
disappeared
care.
One, and our reaction is now let's go find another one.
We didn't
Well,
want.
I mean, we're not
I didn't want
exactly
to get rid of it. I
haunted,
wanted to
just-
fight
just
it
like-
now.
We were only
You wanna-
acting like we wanted it gone.
My money, and I want it now.
Nobody actually wanted it gone. We all wanted to fight it. It was all.
I wanted to jump off into its mouth and fucking kill it.
I wanted to spam spells at it until it bled to death.
Well, it wouldn't
Probably
How much
the
ale did it have, Ninja?
It's-
a lot, and it also would not have been as easy to defeat as the white Siltara was. The white Siltara you can stun lock it. The fire drake you cannot.
It's like a legendary creature.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Legendary resistance.
But we could have fought it.
Yeah.
And if it resulted in a
alright,
creepy
alright.
Well, that's
We
gonna be
all
quite
drown in the
tell.
salt sea,
This is
Yeah.
gonna
and
be
everyone has a
Wait,
headache
wait,
forever.
this is going to
Think
be
of
quite
it
the
this
tell that
way.
the dwarfs are going to be talking about for a while.
Oh yeah, you did just do a giant divine act of mercy.
Well,
Yeah.
it was subtle. I'm not sure the dwarves will even know anything happened.
What? A giant
That's not-
portal
no,
to
come
another
on now.
dimension opened and the
Keep in
Godzilla
mind,
was dragged back to the sky.
if I've said it once, I've said it a million times. Low visibility, 30 foot.
Are you?
You broke Taro.
This is like in those freaking cartoons where the giant portal opens in the sky, and then afterwards it's like, It was all a hoax. Don't worry about it. Mind your own business. And no one took any pictures or saw anything.
So pretty much all that happened was a voice in Gramorn's mind, followed by a glow on the horizon, and then no more noise from the creature. And now it's not following you anymore.
Little question though, like with everybody being like connected through telepathy, is there any chance that some of them might have heard that?
Heard your prayer? Oh, sure, yeah. Your party members connected by psychic power would be awed by the voice of your Lord of Flame that they're actually hearing.
Wow. So wait, the gods are actually real on Athos.
Well, elemental ones.
Okay.
They're just elemental lords.
Right. The powerful elemental is above all others.
So you guys just heard a powerful elemental speak into your mind for a second. And a miracle happened.
Yeah, actually, no, just statement. Think of it this way. Now, instead of having to fight it on this ship, later, at a time of our choosing, we can just go into the realm of flame and, pitch it to the fire god as like, let Creus perform this great badly service and prove his worth.
Well, Creus has been saying he wants to go to the city of Brass. So chances are you could pop in there and there'll just be a fire drake waiting for you.
Waiting for revenge.
Yeah.
Goes inside. Hello there. I heard you called the police on me.
I mean, the Lord of Flame might be keeping it as a pet or something. Or maybe using it on his enemies if he has any.
Is it gonna pop up if we pray to the Lord of Fire and ask him to like destroy a city or something? He'll summon it to go do
that's actually funny. Next time you do a divine intervention and ask for help against a creature, he should open another portal and bring that thing right back.
Yeah, I just made a Pokemon, a Fire Drake.
That would be
incredible. It becomes like one of those summons in the Final Fantasy. Now I can cast a Drake once in a while.
I go back to my business of casting magic into my soon-to-be Fire Drake armor.
Fire Drake.
Yeah.
Summon an ancient dragon. It is here now. Go away.
That's a power move.
Yep.
Power move.
You're trying to impress somebody, like, poof, here's a dragon. That was an unexpected solution to that encounter.
Yeah, I'd say.
I actually thought that the tentacle monster would stop the vessel, that I'd roll low on how close the monster was, and then it would get you. And then you'd be fighting two really strong monsters at the exact same time. And I knew you were going to waste a lot of your resources on the first one, which was going to make the Drake, she was going to be way harder because you had already used all your resources. But the way it worked out, you actually solved it without too much issue, which saves the ship, which is the main thing.
Yeah, I guess we're not in a good position if that ship is stuck in the middle of the desert and it's sinking.
Actually, on that note, wait, can I? No, that thing sunk a while ago. I can't get back to get that. It was 8 hours ago. Well, this isn't something I would normally do, but these aren't normally circumstances, so I'm just gonna shout up and declare it's feasting time, boys.
Yeah, we got Tentacle and Baby Drake.
Tentacles on the menu.
Drake, Tentacle, Silt Horror Tentacle, and Baby Flame Drake.
Nice barbecue. Oh, and we have some really fancy spices too that we can use for, for the cooking.
Wait, hang on. What drugs did I get from the there was psychic weed and then 2 other things.
One of them was a super hot pepper, and the one was the psychic drug that amps up your psychic powers, and every minute it gives you one of your psi points back. I think something like that.
All right. Yeah, just summon everyone on the ship. Let's have a freaking celebration.
All right. The dwarves are always down for a party. The captain thinks this is great, morale boosting after a victorious skirmish. He loves the idea. He's, in fact, going to give you all a raise. You guys are so good. He gives everybody a gold piece today instead of 2 silver.
Oh, hell
Hey.
yeah.
Nice.
Earning the big bucks.
So,
So,
It is day 5. You can do anything
are
else that
we
you
all
want.
eating? Are we all
did
eating the
anybody
Siltar
see
meat?
the stuff about Taurus not being a slave?
Yes, I
Yeah,
am
jeez.
invested.
I know Taurus is not a slave.
Oh my god.
Does anybody want to chit-chat with the dwarves?
Hmm.
I keep
Actually,
forgetting
I'm gonna-
that I
Oh,
don't
go ahead,
like.
go ahead.
I keep forgetting that they're part of the merchant crew and I shouldn't like them. I want
Hey,
to
they're
like
just
them, though.
laborers.
As a person, I want to like them. I'm like,
They're
I
just
mean, maybe
working for
maybe
the...
like the guild leaders, or not the guild leaders, like the merchant leaders, but these are just like they're labor
they're
hand people.
pawns. Yeah. So I like them.
What do the mules do when they're not manning the ship?
Eating, sleeping, resting. They probably have some
they
form of culture. You know, they probably train. They like to lift weights.
Wait, how many of them are there?
I think 16. There's like 8 wheels and 2 per wheel, so 16.
Have you ever noticed those like
Uh,
stone dumbbells in the cargo hold? Yeah, that's their stuff.
All of it?
like the workout equipment. I mean, that's theirs. That's their thing. It used to be my
I
thing when I was a
see.
slave in Tier. Just
Seriously.
work out
Average,
Oh.
until you
average
fight
stats are
again.
10, right?
Tier
How did
slavery
how
is
did the Soul Star King of Tyr die again? What happened to that guy?
Beard.
yeah, nothing to do with us. Nothing to do with us.
Speared with heartwood. Nasty stuff.
I'm gonna ask the captain
What's
if
the
at some
Terax
point
doing?
The female one?
I'd like to ask the captain if he would be interested for us to hire him at some point if we wanted to go get closer to that city where I heard about the legend.
It's along the coast. He'll think about it. He needs to get to Charvas first, and from there he'll decide where to go next.
Well, if not now, too, like in the future.
I mean, it is someplace he could go, so he's not opposed to it. He'll just have to make a decision once he fills his cargo hold with goods and considers where he'll get the best deal selling it.
Because would it be possible, let's say that we made him halfway to like Fort Isis, and then go from there? That would be much faster using that way than traveling through the desert along the coast. It's pretty far.
Alright.
But it's for discussion another time, if ever that becomes an option.
Every Thursday? So every Thursday? Alright. Alright, so what's the thing doing?
What thing?
The
Pteryx, the
Terax
female
up there?
Pteryx?
Not much. Hanging out. Roosting.
Can I do anything to it?
Occasionally she will flap away. She will hunt some silt sharks and return. She doesn't need to hunt the silt sharks. She seems to do it out of instinct and seems to enjoy the hunt, even though she's already been fed other things.
I'm gonna do some character development here, and I'm gonna say, you know, perhaps I was wrong about, well, not everyone in the
The merchant houses.
is an unthinking, uncaring boot on the necks of the people inside. You seem to be honest, dependable folk. Captain Azran, you opened my eyes some.
Ah, well, good to hear it.
And then he goes and does a slavery.
I run over and grab Orin on the shoulder and shake him, smiling like, yes!
Finally, a breakthrough.
So can I try to further tame the thing?
Are we talking again about the good merchant house from Tyr that we're gonna be starting?
Oh my god.
Not necessarily like our merchant house. I'm just happy to see that he's not being a one-dimensional anger.
Hold on, no. I point in your face. I'm not that far yet.
All right. So once per week, you are allowed to make a animal handling roll in order to try to train an animal to be like a war horse or a mount or something like that. So if you want to make that your thing for this week that you're gonna do, you could make that your activity to try to make this a pet.
Oh,
All right.
I wanna. Can I help you, Ringsite? I will cast the ritual and commune with animals. I will ask
I
the
will
female
ask for
Pterax.
literally any help offered.
Wait, you didn't ask?
No, I will ask for, like, I
Oh,
will guidance, bardic, etc., etc. All help is appreciated.
I asked the female Pterax, why you are staying around our ship. You don't mean us any harm, right?
It's just going to squawk towards Omen and say eat, mate, lay.
You get advantage on your animal handling as well because I assist you. Okay.
Do I roll that now, or do I have to wait till a week passes?
Oh, I guess we'd have to wait for the week to pass. Yeah.
I tell Ringsite she.
Well, it's like
she is
downtime
potentially
activities.
fertile.
I mean, some of you guys already
Like
did your.
children.
You already rolled your downtime activity for the week, so this could just be his.
Can I do mine?
Yeah.
More training with old dude. Where is he?
That's what I was gonna do too, but I'm just doing it with sailors. You're doing it with the poisoner, right?
Yeah, the guy I'm paying to be here. If I hear him complain once. Here we go.
All right. Are the mules capable of like defending themselves?
Yeah, they're good fighters if they need to. They just don't have equipment.
So Ninja, what's the role?
They just man the bullet.
Right.
Sorry.
No, you can go ahead. I'll just wait.
It's a skill roll. Whatever you're training in, you're just going to make a skill roll, and then we check the chart, see how many points you get.
A skill roll. What is that exactly? I did it before. I'm just confused on how it works again. Like,
for a poisoner, it would be a roll to use the poisoner's kit. Like you're crafting a poison.
Should be intelligence modifier.
Yeah, intelligence poisoner's kit.
And if you have proficiency with the poisoner's kit, then that.
So it's my intelligence. It's a D20 plus my intelligence modifier.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm half proficient with it. So plus, is that a +2? Is it round down or up?
Wait, what?
You always round down.
Okay, so that's 1. So that's used. I gotta roll 7 of these because it's a week-long training thing, right, Ninja? Ninja?
We're just doing one day at a time, though, so you could just roll for today.
All right.
And if you didn't roll for previous days, you could roll for them. This is day 5.
7.
I don't know. You probably did some rolls last week, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So then you want to account for day 4 and 5. So that's 2 rolls. And then if we go into day 6, you can make another one there.
All right. God.
Why is your
7,
proficiency
10,
bonus
7.
still 3?
Wait, did,
I just realized Taurus's whole not a slave thing is basically just him saying that he's not poor. He was just a temporarily embarrassed millionaire.
What?
I'm not poor,
Are
I'm
you
just
confusing
confused.
2 superheroes at once?
That's a superhero thing?
He's he's never been a slave. He's
Wait.
never seen himself as a slave.
Wait, we're level 11 still, right?
We're level 12.
He never leveled up.
Oh.
Damn, you fought a Siltar at level 11?
Yeah, I did chat GPT and like divulge the fucking backstory with the I'm not a slave.
Okay, so you gained 1 point from your rolls there.
Jeez.
That's
Was
not
it the
good.
same was it a different modifier from... Are you sure that's how we rolled it last time?
So the skill subsystem, you have to do your skill roll, and then if you get a 0 to 9, you get nothing. If you get a 10 to 14, you get 1. If you get a 15 to 19, you get 2. And it goes up to like +8. And then you need 50 points to become trained. And then at 200 points, you become an expert, and then at 1,000, you master it.
But did we use the right modifier? Because was it a different one from last time, or?
It's tough initially because you don't have any of the skills, so you're rolling to try to do something you're not skilled at, so you're probably going to roll worse. And then as you get better at it, it becomes easier.
Okay.
But it also gets more expensive to get to the next rank, so it kind of balances out. Really, you want to be rolling 30s.
I commune with I commune with creature animals with Omen, and I walk up to him and put my arm around his neck, and I ask, "What do you think about that female up there? She wants to mate and lay with you. Are you interested?"
So that's a heck of a wingman there.
Yeah, he's probably interested, but Omen is very well trained and isn't sure if ring sight will allow him to do anything.
Long, you really hit man with this. He's totally into you, man. Let's look at him. He's totally into you.
Ring sight. Give him the go. I wake.
Give him the go.
Give him the go.
Jeez.
I don't actually know how to tell him to do that.
You haven't given him the T-Rex and the bees story.
No, that's
This
a horrible
needs
story.
to be
I'm just gonna
quoted.
let
You
him
know
do
that,
whatever
right?
he wants.
This needs to be quoted.
They're doing some T-Rex things up there in the roost. The dwarfs that are directly underneath it run away. Ah!
Wait, what? I blacked out for like 3 seconds.
I run around the ship. I'm gonna be an uncle.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna be a godfather.
Oh my god! Did he just immediately get to it? Is that what? Oh god!
Hey man, he gave him an order, so.
So he just immediately got to it. Okay.
That dwarf is the one that's into it, so he's just taking a shower there.
Oh god.
What the hell?
Is he not even getting out of the way?
That boy ain't right.
He's not gonna. He's just paralyzed in disgust, or I don't know what he's
No, well, it takes all kinds.
Stop him? Just let him go. Are we gonna stop him? So we're just gonna let them do that.
Hey,
Okay.
no kink shaming, you guys.
I mean,
Right.
it's kind of like if you,
This is a safe mode.
if you're on a ship.
I turn around and be like,
you're on a
my
ship
man.
to some exotic,
All right, you're
on
making
a
some
ship to
T-Rex
some
eggs.
exotic continent, and there's just 2 jaguars on the ship. They haven't done anything,
But then they start mating, and it's like, well, I don't want to interrupt that.
That's what I paid for the safari trip for. I'd be disappointed if I didn't see it.
Nice.
That's what I
You and
think.
me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do
The Discovery Channel.
Alright. That was an entertaining 1 minute, Omen.
Oh wow!
Wait,
Yeah.
what happened?
Animals get it done quick.
They do. If you ever watch them,
They get in, they
Like-
get out, they're done.
right?
No, I don't do that actually.
No, I don't watch him.
Uh,
A
okay.
horrible thought just crossed my mind, like doing a brain scan.
Who are you brain scanner?
No.
Eric, I said it was a
Yeah.
horrible thought.
You know what? No, you did it. No, this is exactly what happens. You were always curious.
Oh no, it freaking ain't. It don't work on them. They have too low intelligence.
This
Have you
so
ever wondered what it would be like?
good.
Oh my god.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to be an animal in heat?
Pretty sure we got
Oh
that.
god, that's just
covered.
joke fodder.
Okay, so in the
Next.
afternoon, you encounter a whole bunch of razor wings. Razor wings are flying around in the storm. They seem to be a little bit upset by the windiness, and so when they find your patch of less windiness, they begin to circle, and so you now have many razor wings circling in the calm eye of the storm here around your vessel.
Do you have an image
Problem.
of those?
So we deal with those? Wait, that's food. That's food. I take my buff.
Yeah, you can hunt them if you'd like, and also if there's any food that's still left on the deck, like those tentacles, they are like seagulls going to flock
Okay.
to the tentacles and begin to munch on them.
Wait, how big are
Right.
razor wings?
They're about the size of, like a hunting hawk or something.
Oh, okay, so they're like normal size then.
But
Can I
they're
try-
more lizard-like than a hawk.
I'm gonna try to shoot one down. Can I do that?
Yeah, I don't really have their stats handy. I'll just say you managed to hunt one.
Oh, okay. That was easy.
There's a bunch of them here. You shoot one of them.
Hey,
I
Ringside.
want to give it to tourists like here.
Ringside, did you end up getting a good roll for your animal?
Or was I supposed to have done that? I rolled before, but then for the animal training bit, I
Yeah,
hadn't
yeah.
yet.
I give you advantage
So,
and guidance as
okay,
well.
advantage. And I'll take that, and hopefully another bit of bardic inspiration, Mr. Ninja.
You
That
can
would
get
be,
the right
uh,
inspiration.
so-
Yes, yes, you can.
Yeah, I don't have to autopilot Sia when he's here.
Oh, I forgot. Whoops. How silly of me.
Well, see ya.
Okay, and an 8, and a 4, and what was the other thing?
Ooh, big numbers.
Advantage.
And if it's a missing last session,
Wait.
though, I have a girlfriend now.
And Sia, you
Advantage away.
you have probably an extra 60 gold now, and you have a
Wait,
new
what?
bow as well.
A new bow?
Wait, what?
Sia
That's
has
for Sia.
60
Nine.
gold.
The frick?
Mine's not very
Dice
good.
did you roll?
That can't. Wait, but that. It said It came up a 9 though on the actual dice.
Which one's the 20? The purple
The
one?
20 is the 9.
And then
Are
the
you
8 is the
Wait.
bardic inspiration, and then the 1 is the
If
d4.
you're rolling with advantage, you're supposed to roll 2d20s,
Yeah.
and then the modifier dice, you roll them separately, because
Okay, can I
otherwise it's
start
going to
that
count
process
them
over
as
with the
advantage.
changes
It's
later?
weird.
Roll
Can I
another
start that
d20
over?
and then do a +9 to
Okay.
it.
Yeah, just add the 8 and the 1.
Yeah, just one d20 and then let's see if you get
Did
better
you s-
than 9.
Did you say a new bow?
Yes.
There's a card there over by your spot.
There's like 7. Which
So 13 plus 9, you get a
The one with a
22.
bow on it, silly.
there's 2 with a bow.
Yeah, you got
Yeah,
two
one
there.
one of them's your lighting
I
bow.
don't see any card.
So you got 22
Where is it?
ninja for his animal.
All right, that is successful animal training. So make a note, right? Make a note that it has 1 week of training at the end of this week. It takes, I
What
think,
does that do?
it takes 2 weeks of training to fully train it, but now you've trained it to the point where it'll want to stick around more.
Excellent. Hang on, I was about to ask something. Okay, this thing's half trained, so that means.
Oh, and see,
You know,
also.
the bow. Was I given a bow just now?
No. See,
No.
he was given a bow
Yeah.
probably 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah, and also we leveled up as well.
I was here
Sia.
too.
We're
I was here
level
2 weeks ago. I don't remember getting.
No, and see,
You were there
you're at
briefly.
level 12 now as well, so you gotta change your level.
By the way, this air elemental is much scarier when it's tipped over.
Yeah.
Where the frick did it go?
It was on the deck somewhere.
In level
Right
12.
here.
I
It's over here.
I clicked it wrong and it went flying into the sky, which
Over here.
I mean it makes sense about it.
Just so I can remember, this right
Where
here
the
is
fire
like-
drake is on the second to top layer.
This is
but
like
the third level.
Yeah, that's the bow that you got.
Just
That's the new one
burst into the
Yeah.
wind.
at the bottom of that card.
Oh yeah, and you have a scroll case too.
I can do a lot with that, sarcastically.
Hmm.
Well,
Yeah,
it
go on
has
the ship read.
wizard scrolls in it. So wizard scrolls could be valuable to wizards if you meet up with some Veiled Alliance contacts somewhere.
We gotta
If
get
the
that
leader of the
teleport
ship is a
set up.
merchant, can he read them?
Oh, I didn't catch that. What?
Can the ship can the leader of the ship read?
The navigator can read charts. The captain can count, but he can't read.
Frick.
Joe, what the fuck is this card? Value somewhere between 810 CP and 173,400 CP.
What is that?
On which
I
one?
don't know.
Oh, what is this?
No, yeah, that one.
What is
Yeah, that's a spellbook.
Yeah, but like the in between, like what?
this? Somewhere there.
Does that mean pretty much all the merchant contracts are verbal?
Yeah.
Ah,
Nice.
Oh boy.
But, I mean, keep in mind, he has a ship's psionicist, and psionicists have high intelligence, possibly, like, photographic memory, and the ability to, like, do all sorts of crazy mind tricks. So, that usually handles it. Unfortunately, his psionicist is kind of broken right now.
Okay. Oh well, man, I can't believe that I one-shot a fire drake tonight.
Yeah.
right.
One shot, totally. That's
Since-
the story we're going with.
The
Since
game
I'm
was
not worried
wrong.
about the fire drake, I'm gonna use the scrying
Yeah,
thing
so
and,
I'm level
and
13
try to
and you
check
guys
on
are
the
still level 12.
Hamanu's men.
Oh,
See if we
yeah.
have passed them at this point, or if the Siltar has made us lose speed more.
It feels like they're west of you. You're about the same distance now.
Okay.
Wait, it's been a new day, right?
It's day 5. I think last time he checked was day 4 or 3.
Yeah, I skipped a day since the fire drake was around because I didn't want to use my 5th level spell in case we had to fight it.
Hmm. How long does this meat stay good, generally?
This meat.
The Siltar
Uh,
tentacles?
I think it's, yeah, they'll preserve it. any meat that's around should be preserved. They'll either smoke it or salt it if they have extra salt.
How easy is it for the giants to get this stuff?
It's their favorite food, so when they get it, they usually eat it pretty quick.
You know what? I'll just hush my mouth for now.
Whatever you have here will definitely be a good sort of bribe to give to some giants when you need some giants to help you out.
Actually, how far away is is Harmanu's crew?
Several days west of here.
I asked the door.
Like,
oh,
from the destination, I mean.
Well, I mean, if they're also headed to Charvas, then they're about the same number of... Well, they're the same distance, but they're an extra day or two behind, because they're not moving as fast.
Alright.
does Charvas have a port?
Yeah.
That goes directly into the city? Yeah.
Uh-huh. Just like Bitterwell, Charvas is not very big. It's just a dwarven settlement. You're sort of out in the boonies, right? These are very frontier kind of settlements. That's why you're encountering more dwarves than people.
Dwarves are people, too.
Yeah, I just realized that. Yeah, hold on.
Nice. Get him.
Hey, not in Dark Sun. In Dark Sun, there's the humans, and then there's everybody who hasn't been genocided yet.
Yet.
Oh, God. Yes.
You look at the history of Dark Sun, and that is very accurate. Everybody in the town, all the Templars, they're like, yeah, we'll get those elves. It's all a matter of time.
Cover your guys' ears. Taurus, I am sorry to say I still cannot use scrying to see your girlfriend over there.
But that's okay, man.
During the night. Who's on watch during the night?
I am.
You're on watch. Taurus, something is out there. You see it.
I have my goggles of the night on.
In the moonlight, you can make out a bulbous shape. It bounces up and down on the horizon.
It's Terax and Omen.
It is a beast with two backs.
Oh my god.
No.
No, actually what it is...
Horrible, Ninja. You're horrible.
What it is several floaters. So there's some floaters here. They're big air sac creatures that just sort of like a jellyfish would float in water. The floater floats in the storm of the Silt. So you're seeing several of these big gas bag creatures just sort of dangling in the sky, just outside the edge of your visible range, just sort of on the periphery there.
Are they dangerous?
They are not making a move. What do you want to do?
I'll ask one of the dwarfs that's out here with me what he thinks.
He looks out there and he squints. And he says, it's my bad eye. I can't see. I got epoxy in me eye and I can't see out of it so well. It's all yellow after I rubbed it. And he squints with his other eye. And he says, bug flew in me eye. My only good eye. I can't see. I can't see. It's in me eye.
I'll make a nature check to see if I know anything about them.
Okay.
Would teleportation circle be a good spell to learn?
Oh, yeah. Krios already knows it, though.
Nat 20, 28. I know all about them.
All right. Yeah, you see a floater out there. They are a harmless gas bag. They just float around, feeding on whatever they can get their hands on. They're not really dangerous. If you walked into one, it might try to eat you, but you'd probably be able to defeat it pretty easily just by poking it, and it would just do like a balloon, just blow away, making a whistling noise.
Anything to gain the value from them, or?
It's interesting. You could probably make use of a floater, but I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. If you had enough of them, you could make an airship out of them.
I'll take note of where they're at, where we found them at,
All right.
and I'll let one of the dwarfs know to mark it on the.
Because your nature roll was good, I will tell you straight out that that information's useless because they are floaters and they will just float wherever the wind blows them.
Oh, well. I'll let them know that, hey, that's cool to see them. Too bad there's not enough of them to make an airship.
Yeah, there's only 3 of them here.
Yeah. Because, like, we don't
Does
have
catching
any
them
nets
do
and all that kind of
anything?
stuff.
It's up to you. If you want to try, you can.
Do we have nets available?
I'm just gonna kind of.
I asked the.
Actually, what do
dwarves
they
if there's
eat?
any
What do they
nets.
eat?
Small creatures. Scorpions and things.
I'll ask them if they have any nets.
Yeah, there's definitely some nets in the hold.
I tell them to run down and grab them, and I'm gonna try to make a throw to try to catch them. Are they in a group or
Nah, they're spread out pretty far.
how far? How far are they?
30 feet.
from us?
The nearest one is 30 feet away.
Okay, I'll try to catch one with the net. What do I need to roll? Like a strength check.
It's an attack roll. I'm looking for its armor class here. I think you roll with disadvantage to throw a net 30 feet.
I'll do a reckless attack.
All right, cancel that right out.
So, what's a net gonna be? Let's see. Let's see if I can add it. A net. I can add that to my equipment. I will equip the net. Actions throw the net. I have a +8 to throw. Oh, what is disadvantage? Yeah. I'll cancel it out. Let's see. What we got? 25 to hit.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
Pull it in with the rope. And I'll try for the next one.
I'm just gonna stand
Same thing.
a bit further away from him. I don't know what this thing does, so I'll just put
23
that
to hit.
there.
And I'll try for the third one. 18.
Yeah, those all hit.
Okay, so I will tie them. I will tie them to the back of the boat. Because they don't explode, right? They're not flammable and stuff, right?
When you catch them with the net, they fart loudly.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they're just floating. I'll just keep them by us. I'll just keep them tied up.
What? Okay.
Will they float up into the air, or they're just floating on top of the silt?
They don't float super high up. They just sort of, they're more buoyant than the silt, and they just float along in the wind.
Yeah. Oh, we'll just.
So they're not in the air.
It says these are actually prey animals for the razor wings that you saw earlier.
The Pterox?
No. The razor wings, the smaller ones, they're like the size of a hawk.
Oh. Gotcha. Well,
You'd need a lot of these to make an airship.
we already caught them.
Yeah, you got 3 of them. That's fair.
We can kill them at the port.
I'm gonna tell you, you're aware that they're kind of poisonous, though. So don't just like a jellyfish. You don't want the jellyfish tentacles to get all over you.
Oh no, I'm gonna leave them out on top, like in the silt, like trailing us. Like, I'm not putting them up into the. I'm not gonna pull them up.
Yeah. I'm just letting you know because you would have known that with your nature roll.
I like it. That's all I got.
It's actually a pretty good neurotoxin. I guess if you wanted to harvest them for some poison, that's another good use for them.
Ooh.
Whenever
Mr.
Orin,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say whenever Orin wakes up, I'll let him know about it.
Good idea.
He's
Is
interested.
this your nearest next breeding campaign? You're trying to raise a herd of floaters?
Oh, also, when you sort of tie them to the ship, they now look like the ship. They have a chameleon skin ability.
Oh.
Hmm.
Well, that helps them not get hunted by razor wings while, you're traveling.
Yeah. Yeah, if you went through another flock of razor wings, these things would get torn to pieces. Free food just held up by a net here on the side of the ship.
So are these things useful at all?
Yeah, they have a couple uses. They're floating and poisonous.
So that's two things.
All right, so that was the last thing that happened during the night, is encountering those floaters. So that means we can go on to day 6. A new day dawns. You guys
Yes.
are rested and the sun is shining.
Going to go down to the malls, and he's going to take a turn at pushing.
Oh yeah, you're going to try to push for a while. You will get exhausted before they do.
I kind of figured, but he's just going to, there's exercise, and then there's freaking doing that. And I'm sure, I don't know if the malls are going to think it's funny or not, or interesting, but I don't know. I want to row for a bit.
This is sort of like your Conan the Barbarian Wheel of Pain sort of thing, where you're just going in a circle for hours and hours out of the day.
Yeah, I kind of figured that's how it would be, but I kind of feel, I know that we've addressed this point already. The malls don't want anything different. That they're well taken care of, and they just it's a simple life, but it's fine for them. They don't mind being a tool, and we tried to offer them something different, and they said no, forget about it, we're fine. So I just kind of want to go down there and row.
All right, you joined the rowing cruise. Any effort is appreciated. The moles are happy to take a little rest.
Does the ship start rotating now as
Don't
one
you
side's
dare!
getting...
Don't you freaking dare!
The 3 moles compensate for his lack of stamina.
Hey, I've got a freaking, what is it? 13 strength, 14 strength.
No, I'm not saying you're weak. I'm saying you're adding additional help from one side versus the other side that's not getting any additional help.
No, I'm sure that they're fine. I keep pace for as long as I can, and then I'm gonna go ahead and tap out, and they'll laugh and whatever it is. But maybe they'll smile, and we'll pat each other on the back, and we'll just move on.
So it says here by day 6 the sandstorm has passed, so the weather has cleared up and everything is a lot calmer. I will say your visibility increases to 60 feet. Ooh.
You can almost see the end of the ship.
Yeah. On a nice clear day like today, you can almost see the end of the ship.
Wait,
That's
how
pretty
long
bad.
Does anybody want to make a roll to do your job?
Go
Now
do
I make a roll
perception.
every time, or this you said for the week. You said about this whole getting points in sailor.
That's not really what I'm talking about. I mean, so Captain Azran hired everybody and is paying you 2 silver pieces per day to make a perception check to try to look out for dangers as a 4-hour I'm on watch kind of thing.
I will
Okay.
be on the front deck
I'll
of
do
the ship,
perception
and
then.
I do perception 18.
But you guys want to space it out, right? So you don't want to all be on watch at the same time. If you have a good perception check, you want to try to place them at different times throughout the day so you'll catch things. This is just the roll for the morning.
My minimum roll is a 14.
I got 22 for noon.
Okay.
On my way to go to sleep, I show Skywill my my
Your
new
floaters.
pets.
Yeah.
It's all
I
clear
stumbled up
until sometime late into Krios' shift when you're going to spot a silt worm.
How big is that?
Quite large. It's like a sandworm from the Dune movies.
Oh, I warned the captain.
Like, you roll right past it. It's on the edge of your visible range. You can just make it out as a bunch of hills, and then you say, oh, wait, that's a siltworm. But it doesn't move, and you pass right by.
Oh, could it be dead?
Well, you have some options. You can call for the ship to stop, and then you can investigate it.
I asked the captain for his opinion.
But it looks like if you just keep going, and this will be the captain's opinion too, he says, oh, siltworms, dangerous creatures. If it's not going to take an interest in us, that must mean it's full, and we should count ourselves lucky and keep moving.
You what?
Live and let be. Let's go.
He's saying, I also
Aye, Captain. Yeah.
concur with the captain's idea there.
Yes.
Indeed. Let's continue.
All right. So you pass the siltworm, which lays in a big tangled heap, coiled on top of itself, covered in silt. All right. During the third watch, this is like another 4-hour segment. All is clear. You spot nothing. The vast emptiness of the Silt Sea and the tranquility after the storm is almost unsettling. It seems too quiet.
That was my watch, and I'm just so focused on the floaters and like poking at them and trying to figure out what makes them tick.
Yeah. Watch out for those tentacles, though. When you get close,
I'll
they
assist him.
the little tentacles will flail at anything that comes within reach and try to paralyze it, so they can be sucked up inside and consumed. But because they're entangled in a net, they can't reach very far.
I probably get
I'll
zapped.
warn
at
you
one
about
point.
it and try to assist you with that as well.
I probably get zapped at some point. You may see me like twitching or having a partially, disabled half torso or something.
Yeah, if you touch it by accident, you will spend the next 30 seconds unable to move at all.
8 years.
So for a good 30 seconds, you just get that like electric jolt where all of your muscles seize up, and then you slowly recover. It was 2d6, and I rolled a 5, so it was pretty low. That could have been longer.
I caught myself lucky.
That actually might be nasty in combat if you just happen to bump into one and got paralyzed.
It'd be wrong.
12 turns.
It'd be wrong, but it'd be an option. Is balling one up and putting it on a
I kind of
catapult.
want to just install little catapults or trebuchets.
Yes,
that
that's
launch
exactly what I
them.
was saying.
Oh, it says here they also eat esperweed. That's interesting.
Oh, they can get high?
Yeah, can you imagine the life of a floater is just getting high in the desert all day?
That sounds like a dream, man.
No brain, just walking, just
Very
floating
boring
around.
dream. Never
Just-
ends.
Just eating scorpions and drugs, and that's it.
Floating around.
Scorpions and drugs. It's got to be the name for something.
Yeah, new rock band or something.
Yeah, that's your new band.
Okay.
That's a very Athos style band. Yeah.
Scorpions and drugs.
Yeah.
I'm going to take
Imagine a
another
hairband.
watch.
Unbelievably metal.
All right. Last watch of the day.
Who's rolling? Can I roll it?
Yeah, more
You can watch with me.
Okay.
26. Thanks to the clear sky, you see 2 of the moons of Athos very clearly. One of the moons, you can almost see the jungles on that moon. Boy, that's weird.
Huh?
And the other one's further away and darker, so you can't really make out any details.
The moons have jungles?
The closer, brighter moon has a jungle, yeah. You
Yeah,
guys,
crap.
you wouldn't know this in character, but there are both portals to the moon and 10th level spells that can send you to the moon. So if one of the Sorcerer Kings doesn't want to deal with you, they can just blink you to the moon.
Nice.
Would that
Yeah,
be,
but then
would that be bad or good?
yeah, that's like sounds like a better place.
I mean, they basically teleport you to a uninhabited jungle full of monsters that you can never return from unless you have a portal.
And what if
Our
you're
own
cool
civilization
and
over there.
like, dominate the forest? What if you're cool?
Can we ritual circle back to the
Don't
fire
send
temple?
druids there.
Can I just,
Probably. I think you can
Mhm.
teleport within the plane with that.
Yeah. Let's put a fire shrine somewhere on that moon.
On the moon. And then
Yeah.
set the moon on fire so you can see the fire from space.
Imagine the thing you get for that sacrifice.
I sacrificed
a
the
moon.
whole plane.
I sacrificed the moon. You Sonic the Hedgehog, you motherfucker. I sacrificed the moon.
The
So-
Lord of Flame is pleased.
Yeah.
So that was day 6. Day 6 is really uneventful. Nothing happens on day 6. And it's after midnight, so I think we'll hold off day 7, 8, and 9 for next week.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. Thanks for playing. Thanks for watching out there in Twitch. I'll end the stream there. That was good fun.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be a godfather.
Raising those Terrax eggs.